This is esports! You think esports? This is FTC!
Alright, welcome everybody. Callisto here. This is Shoujou Senshi Senjyou Online, aka the Waifu Dome. This is my Granblue Fantasy Versus tournament and or other anime games as we have time for them. This week we're going to be running actually a really stacked bracket. I think we have 16 total entrants, maybe 15. So a whole lot of people from the Midwest showing out on the PC version. Helping me call the shots as usual going to be my boy Zach in a box. What's up, Zach?
Yup. It's an exciting week. A lot of people enter. I know you've been trying to get the word out. I know there's some PC Discords that you're like, hey, you know, we're running a tournament. And when you consistently run a great tournament, great stream, and it's there, people will eventually find it. And I think that's what we're seeing. So we basically doubled our numbers from like the past, couple months.
Yeah,
and so it's really
we have literally twice as many people as last week. So it's, pretty good week. Most importantly, we have some new players who have not signed up for SSO before, and some of them very good players. We have Howitzer, who has been making his name as a Narmaya player for the most part in lobby, but I believe since the patch he's changed characters. I'm not sure to who. I'm gonna assume Belial. Like if somebody dropped their character after the patch, you're like, oh, they're a Belial main now, right? Yeah. So we'll see who they're gonna play, but a known strong player specifically on PC from the PC lobbies. We're gonna have a Menti actually joining us. I'm actually excited about this. So a Menti has played on my stream several times over the years, but as a Killer Instinct player, the 2018 Combo Breaker champion for Killer Instinct. I mean, this is definitely a quality fighting game player who I don't know how long they've been playing Granblue Fantasy Versus. So we'll see how their transition into this game is. So I'm excited about that.
We have the returning Arc Revo Midwest champ entering.
T-Bola spent all of his money on rolls already. He has to make another 1,500. So he's back in the hunt, trying to get back into the first place pot bonuses to recoup all of his whaling that he's done since winning Arc Revo Midwest. Gonna be a really strong bracket. Of course, Kilo, Marvin Pie, and Mars, the regular in the top 3, top 4 for the last several weeks. All 3 of them are in the bracket. Known notable players such as Callisto and Zach in a box also in this bracket. So, Zach, are you still running the Belial? I know you were pretty
There's no reason to change.
Yeah.
There's no reason to change.
This will be the first tournament since Cagliostro came out. She is tournament legal for our tournament today. She's fucking cool.
She has a lot of stuff.
I was really tight about Belial because when they added Belial, it was like, let's put a character in and let's give him everything that we just took away from all of the other characters that we nerfed. Just put it all on Belial. He can have it. Kags is not necessarily like that. Like, Kags has some holes, but she has some interesting tools. She has cool ways to play. You can play her differently. You can set up Oki. You can do all kinds of crap. And it's really neat to see all of the stuff that people are sort of already figuring out. So definitely going to be some new stuff showing today. But before we get to that, we're going to roll out with some old stuff. First match of the day. It's going to be myself against Kilo. As far as I know, we played a long set earlier in the week. Maybe it was something, I don't even remember what day it was, but I wouldn't expect any changes from either of us. Catalina versus Gran, sticking with the old mains. This matchup hasn't changed a whole lot. It's very hard for either character to get out of the corner against each other once it's gotten. I think that's universal for Shotos with the EX Fireball nerf. You are almost banking on a sweep to get out of the corner when you're playing as a Shoto especially against another Shoto. So,
and you see mid-screen it's just not as explosive anymore with the counter hits, and so you really play for position. It's a lot slower in this match, but it roughly plays out the same. So.
Yeah, and you'll see a little more fireball game, a little bit less boot. You can see there that there's extra recovery on all fireballs for both of these characters though, so you'll see some punishes that you didn't see before. The boot doesn't have as much advantage, doesn't knock down on regular hit.
Yeah, you would have been in the corner holding mix already, but in reverse of fortune now. Yeah, Callisto has the position.
Medium fireball for Grand, still really good.
I'm trying to delay strings in the corner for this offense.
Yeah, that was a questionable range on if I could punish it, so I just kind of held it. Good blocks.
Positioning, good pressure for right now, but the back throw of Destiny from Kilo. Both players very, very safe on their offense right now. Doesn't want to commit too much. And like you said, it's all about more about positioning now. It was before, but yeah. He could have got hit by the counter at 5U, but now no dice. Kilo has the slight life lead.
That was my way.
4 out.
Okay.
Just walking back, walking forward. Callisto trying to get out of the corner just by walking forward. Kilo giving him that space, and he lets him get that space, but he has a fully charged 5U at this point. Almost fully charged.
Not yet. Yeah, it's blue.
But
so when you see the
still scary now.
Yeah, when you see the purple, it becomes invuln.
Invuln's gonna do a ton of damage. What a spot dodge, and there it is.
That was almost. I did the wrong button. I maybe could have punished that.
I'm taken down. Kilo's trying to use that life advantage, and that's the bet you have to make at that time.
That was hard. I was hoping he would walk back just a little bit further so I could get that safe spacing, but he walked forward and blocked.
Nice roll, but no punish. So you see, just trying to stay out that range. Kilo doing a good job of using 214L to contest the normals.
A little bit late.
Great try. Yeah. Now you gotta hold all this grand pressure in the corner. 2M is still plus, and you gotta hold that 5U sometimes. Ugh.
Yep. That's gonna be a lot of damage. I was trying to go from crouch block to stand block and got a backdash in the corner, and it just happened again. Oh my! I'm having major input troubles already today in the warm-up matches that I played. Like, I literally cannot input a basic move today and get it out. So you're going to see me probably hella mad at some point today. just letting everyone know in advance.
It's another week of Shin Callisto, but he does get a great jump in, trying to push that corner. Using that stagger pressure gets the late tech. He just lets it rip! Let's go, Street Fighter 4, boys! Ooh, the weight. Yeah, great blocks from Kilo. He really can be patient on defense when he needs to be, because there's still a lot of time on the clock. He needs to get out of this positioning before he makes anything wild happening. Whiffing buttons a lot, but nobody's found a clean whiff punish. That's a great jump in from Callisto.
I did the easy input super, but I don't think I had enough scaling to lose damage for it, so it's probably enough. Just short.
Speak of the devil, but still a healthy life lead, and that EX spiral, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
This is where you get to see the difference between a character who has plus frames and one who does not, is Gran being able to sort of just run at Catalina, and I have to find a way to stop him from running.
Yeah, he's charging that 5U as well. Still has a lot of time. Oh nice my reaction. God, Kilo with the reaction. And I might have died.
And you know, I guess I didn't really need to chase that chip, but like I said, if I leave him alone, like, he gets to run up with plus frames, and the entire rest of the match is going to be just me figuring out how to try to stop someone from sprinting at me when I have nothing safe to really check with.
It's the hardest part about trying with a more precise neutral character.
Wow.
Trying to stop a more offensive character with a life lead. It can be hard, but great confirmed to get out of that corner from Callisto. DP, no scared.
Yeah, right back
DP again, no respect.
And that was definitely fake Oki that I was chasing there, so... Oh, come on.
That was really important.
Yeah, I missed the thrust input, just didn't get it coming out.
Yeah, when he charges 5U in the corner, it's super scary because he can let it rip. Can let rip at any time. He gets a counter hit and it wall bounces and you die. So that 5U is such a great tool. Kilo's one of those players that really uses 5U to its advantage. Yeah. Great spacing on the fireball. That's textbook.
Oh, I was in a very good position and had the corner, and then I lost because thrust didn't come out. This is great. This is a good week, good start. Kilo moving on in winners. I'm moving on to being salty for the rest of the day.
And hey, look, you know, it's Callisto's own tournament, yet Kilo has consistently won, and yet Callisto is not afraid to put himself first round against the usual champion.
I mean, I focus on, when I see this tournament, I do focus on the top three are generally going to be the people who have won in the last several weeks, where past that, oh shit, I accidentally killed the room.
Yeah.
Past that, I focus on regional rights. So this is essentially a Chicago weekly with some guests from the Midwest who are allowed to join. But I try to focus on making people from non-Illinois states not have to fight each other from the first round if they're from the same place. So, you know, we have multiple people from Minnesota in the tournament, I believe multiple from Wisconsin and whatnot, Howitzer from Michigan, and I try to make them not have to like fight their own local training partners first round.
Yeah.
So you'll see you'll see some seedings that maybe by pure talent and results may seem a little questionable, but.
And speaking of Howitzer, it's gonna go up, I believe, against Last Call, aka Seth Series, switching the names up. Lots of sets in the vicinity, so you know what? He's gonna switch it up. So yeah, Last Call did make top 8 at the Midwest Arc Revo, so good stuff to him. But yeah, like we said, I'm really excited to see how its error fares in SSSO land. So
yeah, and I'm curious to find out what their new character is.
Yes, I mean you see the Narmaya, you mentioned the Narmaya, but we did mention that. You know, there was a character switch. It's probably Belial, but also people have mentioned that he was Howitzer was playing a little bit of Kags this week. A lot of people are trying out that character because it's just like compared to Belial, it's not a character that everybody can fit into because Belial is just so strong and adaptable. But it's a very niche character, but it's a really cool one.
Yeah, it's for sure like not. I don't know. You have to have a certain brain, right, to play a character that's focused on, putting obstacles on the screen and creating traps underneath the opponent and knowing like what frames are, what situation are you going to be left in when something hits 40 frames later than you put the attack out or whatever. Like there's a whole lot of different ideas to keep track of. However, Kex, I mean, she has a bunch of really cool tools. She has a very good teleport. She has, I would say her one drawback, she doesn't have gigantic recovery on her normals, but she has some big old Percival hurt boxes for sure. This character can be whiff punished from mad far. So you're going to see characters with big buttons will generally match up slightly better against her. And, we're going to see the Lodiva coming out of Seth, signature character here. One of the differences is Lodiva's not that big button character, right? Like she has to slowly walk her way in, but she also does have very low recovery on her own normals. Her 5M has like 11 recovery frames on like her far 5M. It's very difficult to whiff punish. And once she gets started, Cagliostro is a character that other than super has no invincible reversal. So Lodiva can sort of, if she can get in, and that's a big if when you can see all of this stuff being put on the screen, she can definitely do some major damage. Right.
Yeah. But you see, that's one of the big things is that you, as Lodiva, you have to at least get a mid-range. Because once you get a mid-range, you can play that footsie game like you talked about. The Kags normals, they can be whiff punished very, very easily sometimes. So it's on the Kags player to really, really know their spacing and like not put anything too risky. Like right there, knowing that space, the tip of the 5H, it's really going to harass Lodiva.
And one of the things that does help in neutral in this matchup for Lodiva is that the poke normals for Kags, she's not poking with crouching normal. She's using 5M and 5H, so that if you do get a whiff punish with far 5M as Lodiva, you can actually combo to Lariat, right? You don't have to worry about dying because you saw a hit and did a Lariat and they crouched underneath it. Situation looking pretty rough for Seth right here, though. And Howitzer going to take game one.
Yeah, that roll's just not going to cut it through, and you have to run through it if you want to get past it. But of course, if you're running right into Kags, like it's gonna spell death for you. So.
And last call, the initial approach was kind of correct, right? Like poking out the traps. But you can see Howitzer is just using the DP, using the spike from the ground. Because it hits lower to the ground, that's also going to stuff rolls. And yeah, I mean, it hits you if you're walking forward, making a very difficult approach here. All right, this is a knockdown.
Okay, we find this though. And that's what we say, you get in mid-range, and now you have to run your game. No reversal from Kags. Yeah.
This should get a safe jump. Oh, just ran up to the pressure. All right, now super is on deck for Howitzer, though, so got to be careful with the cancels.
But still going in.
There it is. This looks like the regular one. Yeah, gonna block it out. This should be a punish. Straight into Skybound. great punish.
Yes, if you do end up blocking that Skybound, it does give you a tiny bit further than you expect. So you do have to kind of know what your options are at a range.
It is hella minus on the upside, right? It is mega punishable. The other super Skybound art, that one you have to spot dodge in order to get your punish. But if you do get the spot dodge, you do have all of the frames to do what you want. All right, nice approach here. Last call.
It's just tough. Howitzer has been...
Last call found the bait he was looking for, but the 2H on Cagliostro actually does not have a ton of recovery. If you bait it out, you have to push a button as soon as you land if you make it whiff, or you're not going to get the whiff punish.
Yes. Okay, trying to navigate through this. Yeah, and that's the big one to try and navigate. Once you get in mid-range is 5H. He has the corner now. Oof.
Yeah, but so much life lost just trying to get in that once he got in, it was just 1-5L away from death.
Yeah, and there, if you whiff 5H, you do, it's something you have to get used to, but you do have a lot of time to whiff punish that 5H. So you have to understand the range it's at. Oof. Yeah, a lot of pillars coming out. Great anti-air from Howitzer.
And I like how Howitzer is playing that. Up until that point right there, you see that counter hit on the DP with the trap underneath it. He's not going for combos, right? Like, he's just making it annoying and whittling away damage, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, you saw that last sequence. He just set the air trap, and then, you know, that's going to leave people really antsy. So he literally just waited in that corner and let Seth just do a roll out of pocket, and then he just waited and punished it, and then that was huge damage since the air trap was out. That big punish in the corner turned into even more combo. Damage.
And that's one of the difficult parts about fighting the Cagliostro matchup is you have to know, you have to be as cognizant as what Cagliostro puts out on the screen as the person playing her themselves have to be, right? Like, you have to know if there's a trap above you, you have to know if there's a trap in front of you, and you can kill traps with normals, you know, reminiscent of like Seth orbs in Uni. Before they're active, you can go up and punch them out or 2M them off the ground. You have options, but in doing so, you are putting out a hurt box and whiffing, and you're kind of challenging the Cagliostro player to whiff punish you for destroying her traps. So lots going on.
On both sides, it's a character that definitely needs to get used to. You do need to put some time to understand all the options and like trying to navigate the normal. It's only been less than a week, so it's tough, especially as Ladiva. You have to hold a lot of those traps. So, but good stuff to Howitzer. You could see just the ideas are coming to fruition already.
And you can see the, not just character based, but the idea of how to play the matchup against the grappler, right? Like, not really ever swinging for the fences, just kind of taking the slow place and focusing on keeping away rather than focusing on getting in. So we're going to have up next Super Saiyan Kid up against Zach in a box. No changing characters here, but Zach in a box showing off the newly minted Belial. And, you know, we've talked about this before. Very comfortable with this character. I feel like they finally added your character, right? Like, I was fortunate at launch that a character who played how I wanted was just one of the launch cast. But you had to go to Fairy because, you know, you wanted some strengths of tools, but not necessary to play a Dhalsim-type character. And Belial gives you those footsie buttons. Ooh, there's a 5U. Nice weight. Zach in a box, looking for the way out of the corner with the parry, but SSK didn't buy it, and most importantly, SSK waited it out on the punish, but now Zach gets the back throw, has the positioning switch, fully loaded, no confirm off the 5H. All right, SSK getting a little space to the corner, but all that EX is still there for Zach, and he finds the medium DP. No counter hit, so he's not going to get a combo here. SSK with a big back throw. Still trying to find an opening here, though. He's actually whittled away enough of Belial's life, though, that a good confirm. Oh, wow, JH just barely whiffs. That probably would have been the round. Zach with the jump, not able to find the punish, but able to buy space out of the corner. SSK backing off. All right, SSK, good patience here, blocking it out. Waiting to find a turn. Zach also being defensive here, recognizing there's no reason to overextend with the life lead that he has. Definitely a one-hit round for everybody right here. SSK, slight miss confirmed, didn't have the super, and Zach able to close it out. All right, round two here. Zach with the run-up stagger pressure. Walks into a sweep, though. SSK going to get some stocks. right, backs out of the fireball range, but didn't really try to challenge past it. Oh, good frame trap. That's probably Belial's strongest suit. Plus on block 2M into far 5H. Frame traps most things. A little too early on the grab for SSK. Gonna give Zach a chance to bust out. Back to neutral. SSK holding the pressure. Zach exhausting the EX fireball. Oh, wow, and the light DP goes underneath the JH from Belial, making kind of a weird hurt box there. SSK tried to anti-air it, unfortunately whipped underneath, gonna get punished there. Yeah, I would like to see maybe a little more activity here in neutral from SSK. He's not being over-aggressive, which is good, but also not really claiming space with his buttons. And as far as weaknesses that Belial has, giant buttons actually help a lot in the matchup. The characters who can fight him competently are generally those with just giant normals. Your Catalina, your Percival, your Zeta, your Zoe. You know, those are the characters who can control him at a space where he can't get into far 5H range. There, though, you can see, unfortunately, if you clash with Belial up close, you literally lost. There's just no such thing. He has a 5 frame on both 2L and 5L, so you have to single hit DP cancel the clash. And if you have no DP, that's it. You lost. He does a 5 frame. If you spot dodge it whiffs, he gets a free punish. If you do any other move, he uses his other 5 frame and you lost. Probably, I mean, he's a very strong character, but one of the few things where I think that they actually, like, misstepped on the balance of him is giving him 2 5-frame attacks and what that could do to the clash meta. Nice 5H there from Zach, though, on response to the 214H. Zach in a box on match point here. There's a whip punish. Didn't swing for the fences, but this time he did. This is going to be a big combo. Going to take the soft knockdown with the light DP. Went for the command grab, but it was just a regular one, which is much slower. And you can see there, Zach didn't use EXDP to finish out his combo, which meant that his timer was up and he was able to bust out of the pressure after he got back thrown into the corner. Good resource management from Zach here. SSK kind of on the ropes. All right, going to find the sweep after the command grab. All right, yeah, SSK exhausted every resource. Zach found the hit in auto combo range and was able to just dial straight into super. It's going to be 2-0, moving Zach on in winners.
GG's. Yeah, I really like Super Saiyan Kid on defense and in general. He's playing very, very patient. But yeah, I think somebody mentioned that, you know, he just wasn't putting enough things like 5M out there to really deter me from really rushing in or throwing out normals. So it's really what happened there that put him in a lot of tough situations in the corner that he has to guess.
Yeah, just needing to find his kind of his feet in the ground game too, right?
Yeah.
All right, so up next, we're going to have Amenti coming up against Rogue.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, Amenti coming to us from a history as a very strong Killer Instinct player, one of the best in the Midwest region, Illinois resident himself. This is his first SSSO he's entered. I don't know exactly how long he's been playing the,
and it is Granblue.
Granblue. That's a pretty KI character, right?
Yeah. And it's been interesting because we talk about this game. It kind of blended a lot of different community and a lot of different fighting games. Players are coming from a lot of different backgrounds. Yet to see somebody who really, really dove deep and really deep into KI. So it's really interesting to see how this playstyle is. And Rogue, of course, SSSO veteran, switching to Zeta from Catalina.
Yeah, I feel like they found the secret, which is that gameplay separates people, but being weebs brings them together. And if you throw some hella anime characters in the cast, put some nice music with it, you're going to get people from every scene coming together.
He's already showing a good knowledge. He punished the EX parry follow-up from Zeta, but finds himself in the corner.
And both of these two have really similar fireball games, right? They have Zeta has the full screen laser, while Narmaya has sort of a shorter version of it. But they're both kind of like destroy every projectile in front of them, and the light and mediums come out at different timings. However, for Narmaya, she can hold the medium to totally change the timing of it. I'm not sure how the two moves interact if they like run into each other. I've actually never seen this matchup head to head.
If I do remember correctly, it kind of clashes where nobody gets hit.
Yeah, both of them do only have one hit, right? They don't. It's not like a persistent laser. If they hit something, it's consumed.
Okay, great anti-air 2H. Of course, Zeta, one of the best anti-airs in the game.
I think currently the best. I mean, with some of the slight nerfs to other known great anti-airs in the game, I think she has some of the most important things, which is the good hurt box, relatively low recovery, and most importantly, she gets the same combo on non-counter hit. Rogue pushing the corner with the super. Pretty good situation for him here. There's the counter hit.
With those bullets.
Didn't see the counter hit in time though. Backed out. Gonna have to find another hit, and EX thrust gonna do it.
Yeah, and Spear of Arvis, like the EX thrust and the regular thrust, is relatively safe against Narmaya. If you go one hit forward and one hit back, it's very hard for it to do anything about it. So you can kind of just fish with that a lot.
Yeah, you definitely need something, something like a thrust or a boot, a fast forward-moving attack that can track her down. Is he going to get the juggle? Didn't actually try it. Just going to take the hard knockdown.
Yep, and yeah, again, and it puts him at a nice range where it's almost gonna make Narmaya's like slash whiff, and so you've been seeing Rogue kind of stand outside the Narmaya slash range, and just kind of whiff. He whiff punished with EX Spear of Arvis one time, so
I do sort of like Amenti's option of just taking the light slash though and not committing very hard, right? He's not trying to chase down knowing that he can't get the punish. He's just trying to control some space and keep Rogue from running back in. Rogue though has the corner control here. Any hit into Skybound will seal this round. Amenti trying to fight out of the corner. Rogue giving up some space. I like that.
Because dangerous, yeah. But yeah, see, this is the problem. Decides to spend it, keeps all his EXs available. We'll see if this works out.
I really like this decision on spending the super because Narmaya's EX usage is more important in the corner, right? That's where she gets the super long combos where the timers restore themselves. But Rogue busting out with the 5L finds the hit.
Yeah, really close match so far, but you can see Rogue is kind of setting the pace with the Spear of Arvis going back and forth. He's whiff punished a lot of Narmaya stuff, and he's been cooking in the corner a little. He's been catching Amenti, pressing a lot of buttons after a 2L, after a 5L, and those range traps were really working out on offense.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, of course Zeta's normals are really, really strong, and so you can see Amenti trying to navigate stuff like 2M, 5M, 5H. Oh, gets hit with the overhead though.
Yeah, Narmaya definitely has better up-close normals, but just getting into that range where she's at a favorable position, while Zeta can poke from further and remain safer while doing so. Ooh, wow, canceling the DP from the EX dash. I wonder if that was supposed to be the quarter circle forward and the EX dash didn't pass through to get the right input or what, but
you're right.
That DP was scary.
Oh yeah, and see, once you're inside that range, it's Narmaya. Slash is really, really fast. Oh,
all right, stagger pressure here from Rogue.
Yeah, stagger pressure offense is working out really well for Rogue to open up Amenti. So it's been tough once Zeta had the pressure going.
That's going to be a counter hit. Hard
Yeah.
knockdown here. Doesn't go for any crazy setups.
Delay 2L catches him. Ooh, missed that combo. And yeah, after the doing a lot of those hits to the 5U, it puts out to a great range, but Amenti with the offense now.
Ooh, made the anti-air whiff, but wasn't ready to push buttons on the ground. Nice challenge here from Amenti.
He's finally trying to catch those brain trap timings. He's just committing to that button right now. And yeah, slash, 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 but a big jump in, but no confirm. F5U leaves you at a really great range, but yeah, EX slash.
Battle 3. Engage.
Yeah, see, there it is. They both kind of clash. Nobody gets hit. But yeah,
big jump in. Oh, didn't push the button in time on the way down. That would have been a huge jump in.
Yeah, and you see the range Rogue is playing at in the corner, just right outside Narmaya's range, bait out the anti-air, but now he put himself in the corner.
Great use of the 5U too from Rogue here, ending the block string safely. I believe that's from auto combo. The 5U cancel is also a true block string. Whoa, wow, Menti went for the grab and Rogue called it out.
Callisto. One of Callisto classics.
Nice block. Gets open up after. That is plus on block if you hold the pressure. Oh, wow, nice. And the cancel.
Cooking that EX parry. He's shown so many ways to defeat that.
All right, jumps out. Keeps it safe. Okay.
That would have been so great if he TP.
That was a little aggressive. That actually might have cost him the game.
It cost him the game. Oh, no, not yet. Yeah.
Nice stagger from Amenti.
Yeah, Rogue, strong player, but yeah, Rogue puts himself in those situations sometimes with just a hard read, trying to go for something like that, and it costs him games, costs him rounds a lot of times. You see it right there. Yeah, pretty close match so far.
We saw Rogue with that reversal overhead, and that is something actually. He's being cognizant of the wake-up options of Zeta. You have to think about how do you beat EX parry, which often comes down to grabbing it, right? So you're more inclined to go for a throw in a pressure situation, and knowing that kind of just lets the overhead rip looking for the throw. All right, rolls out.
You're probably trying to roll like the slash or 5H. You can roll the 5H at times and get a big punish. Okay, was a little too close. Got punished for the EX slash.
Wow.
Wow.
We got parries right back at you? Yeah, and that slash for Narmaya, if you roll on, especially the light one, you can roll on reaction. She is actually hella minus. That has very good frames on hit and block, but that is a ton of recovery on whiff. Oh, wow. Caught the landing.
Yeah, when you charge that B version of slash, it'll be plus, so getting after that, challenging after that is going to be hard. Menti with the...
Huh?
Yeah. This is the second time that happened.
So I think what that is that the slash isn't reaching Zeta, and it's actually getting whiff punished.
No, it is getting whiff punished. It's the second time Rogue has done that, but it didn't matter. Menti on match point. Turning it around, I think he's shored up his defense a little, committing to his normals instead of delaying it a little bit more as well on defense.
Oh,
ooh,
wow.
Okay.
Went in on the second one.
Yeah, EX Spear Vargas around that range is so hard for Narmaya to deal with, and it puts Zeta in such a strong position afterwards because you're in the corner now, but Menti trying to work his way out.
All right, DP'd. Wanted the trusty anti-air, didn't risk the 2H. We've seen it get baited, and another good reaction. Good block by Rogue on the overhead.
Yeah, using that EX slash, just gonna mitigate Zeta's fireball game.
Rogue trying to run the stagger pressure, but there's the risk. Nice choice on when to mash out with the 5L, and Menti very close to closing this out, and there it is.
Yeah, really back and forth match, but once Menti shored up the defense, he started committing to challenging instead of delaying his challenges. It's really kind of blowing up Rogue's offense that was working so well in the first game, and really close match, but Menti's gonna take it.
All right, so I think we're actually gonna have Rogue stay on and running an early SSO Classic.
Wow!
We need to make sure that my match doesn't hold up the losers bracket being on that first round. So it's actually going to be myself coming up against Rogue on the losers side.
Yeah, but for those of you who aren't aware, this is a matchup that happens nearly every SSSO since the SSSO's inception. Lots of different... It used to be cat mirrors. I don't know what Rogue prefers in this match.
He definitely plays Zeta, yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple matchups that we've discussed that he wants to hang on to Catalina for. One of them definitely being like Ladiva. Even though that matchup is significantly worse than it was, it's still favorable for Catalina. Like, it was so good for Catalina pre-patch that even with nerfs, it's a good matchup. So, a couple others like that.
So this is a match that goes pretty even.
Yeah, our Cat Zeta matches so far have definitely been really back and forth. Nice, using the jump thrust out of the corner.
Both characters can really whiff punish each other with 2 Ms, 5Hs. Both have very strong 2Ms and 5Hs, so it's really a matter of finding that space, finding that good timing in the neutral.
Yeah, there's just sometimes there's a range here-ish as Cat where you just don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
because that 2M for Zeta is very good and always
2M, 5M is very good too. I think 5M is very underrated as well.
Ooh. Okay, got the side switch.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Cat counter hits 2H, not gonna do much.
Clashing as Cat in this matchup is genuinely terrible.
Yeah.
Basically, if you already buffered, almost anything of Zeta's beats whatever you could buffer to.
I like the space that Rogue is playing at, giving Kalista a little bit of space in the corner, but not straying too far.
Yeah, he's looking for the 5H into super, so I have to be very careful. At this range, Zeta 5H is very good against cat buttons.
Oh, that should have been death, but just a little late on the 5H follow-up after that EX Fireball. But still has a strong position. Yeah, 1-2M, 1-5H into Skybound. It's gonna do it. Big jump in from Kalista. What a challenge.
After the JL, I mean, I had to move forward. There's literally nothing I could do that mattered at that range because I was gonna get far 5L and 2L would whiff. Like, that's... I basically had to do nothing. And unfortunately, I tried to move.
Okay, great roll. Oh, yeah. Rogue has been really using that EX Spear in the air to change his jump-ins. Wow. Great catch on the thrust. Now you gotta hold this. Zeta in this patch did receive a nerf to that jump U. Only the first hit is an overhead, so the next follow-ups aren't. So you're not holding triple overheads anymore, but it's a strong mix-up. Wow, that caught an anti-air. And you gotta hold this hard knockdown, empty jump low, the classic of all times. Not gonna okay, spends the meter. Really scaled, but gotta hold this mix afterwards.
I have to stop extrapolating things to other characters that aren't Catalina, like thinking they're minus in spots that Cat would be minus. I was like, oh yeah, I blocked a jump in, it's my turn.
Right. Good stuff from Rogue so far. Really caging in the corner, finding a good whiff punish or anti-air to just start his game. And that's Zeta for you. You get this hard knockdown, you run it. Wow, okay, you try to beat the fuzzy mash.
2H got smashed. And I got mad and hit my buttons and got an overhead and got punished for it. And I also can't, I'm not plus when the jump in is blocked. This is going well.
That once you hear that DP mash, it's time for Shin Kalista. Let's see if it can pull it out.
Oh god, I cannot do anything about these. This is how it was. We were playing a long set of warm-ups before this, and just I have nothing safe to check run-ups with. And 2H is negative on hit. If I check with a 2H and they just run into it, or I'm sorry, 2M rather, is negative on hit, uncanceled, except everything I can cancel to is just negative or punishable at that range.
Rogue doing still a good job of caging in. Yeah, a little too far. Using that EX Spear in the air like a dive kick.
That was a punishable thrust. I had to do something.
Yeah, Rogue didn't have many specials available. He just got that Spear of Arvis, so he wasn't able to combo it. Caught the roll. It's gonna be big damage, but not quite it yet. But yeah, Rogue been controlling the corner really well. Great, well-placed Fireball to beat the EX Fireball. And Rogue is struggling.
Yeah, that matchup is like not... it's obviously worse for Cat, but it's not like terrible for her. But it's just... She gets very few turns compared to almost the entire cast right now. And those turns she can make count for a lot, and she has very good options once she finds the hit towards the corner, but just getting a turn is so hard.
All right,
next we're gonna go back to the winner's side, so we're not holding up the bracket. It's gonna be Kilo against Amenti, and like Amenti coming joining us on SSO, and we let him, maybe ease his way in a little bit. Now it's like, welcome to SSSO. I hope you're ready for the SSSO experience, and that's gonna be fighting Kilo.
Saturday afternoon, Kilo at SSSO on PC. He's just never been more.
The training weights are off, right? The PS4 controller, he dropped it on the ground and it cracked the floor. It was 100 pounds.
Okay. Not gonna try to hold all that pressure because you definitely don't want to against Kilo.
All right, okay. Cross up. And this will be, we'll have to see. Kilo definitely has played in lobby enough to if you've played on PC in lobby, anyone who plays on PC knows what I'm talking about. You know the Narmaya matchup, right? Like maybe not like the top level Narmaya matchup, but you have fought Narmaya a lot if you have played in the PC lobby. We have the modders, we have the nudie fans out here with their cheats. All right, Kilo's easy pressure
walking
here.
Around that space. Look at the space. He's like walking in and out of Narmaya's normals. Knows exactly where to go. But
good use of the EX slash to go through the fireball. That's pretty scary stuff because Kilo was alternating the fireball with the 5U, trying to get a frame trap into the wall bounce. Finds the sweep, looking for the back throw. Nice tech by MNT.
You just punched a 5L.
Wow. Wow.
That last sequence started, he whip punished a 5L with 5.
That was a slight bit of damage on the...
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Right. Menti showed some stuff. Doesn't want to, like, had some good offensive strings, but man, Kilo, just once he has the position, just been too strong.
Yeah, Kilo using the 214L slash really well too, and that's what's something about the recovery on her fireball is so big if you catch the roll at the right time. Now she can hold it and mess with the release and do like double fireballs off of the medium one. She has options to counterplay the roll, but if she's wrong, you're taking a bunch of damage. Using the guard button, he may have also tried to like push back to block at the same time and gotten that roll.
Yeah, charging that 5U, one of Kilo's classic. He's just gonna get some space, charge that 5U. And that's basically, in this patch, has been his way in most of the time, more so than Boo.
I think if you're playing both Gran or Jita, if the opponent is not coming at you, if they're just, especially if you have the lead, right, and they're staying away for you, you charge that 5U. Charge it until they decide to come forward and then cancel it, because the difference of having a safe invul move that on counter hit leads to a billion damage is so important. What a 2H. Look at that. That was 35% for 3 moves and no EX.
Yeah, and Kilo's just so great with the mind game of charging 5U and letting it rip or canceling it. It's just really scary to try and challenge, because if you challenge, you get counter hit in the corner, you're getting wall bounced.
We played in a long set the other week, and at one point, he like micro-charged it, like flashed it at me, so I thought it was the startup of it, and then he just canceled it, and I supered, and I got smoked. Alright, he didn't get the sweet spot on the super through the gap, so he didn't get full damage there, but still very healthy life lead for Kilo here, and he has the corner positioning. Going to be pretty hard for a Menti to make this happen. Finds a hard knockdown, though. Ooh, wow, the instant. Okay. Ooh, went for the shimmy. Yeah, no bite.
Great challenge for Kilo. Like, yeah, you can't bite and shimmy in that situation because you know that's the only way you're going to die in that situation. What a 2.
I was about to say, and against Kilo specifically, you have to be careful against the overhead because he's more likely to challenge the throw with a delay button than he is to do it with a throw tech.
Yeah. And you see, that's perfect defensive situations at the end 2 times where he knows he can take a throw. So he's going to delay challenge, and then he delay challenge again because overhead bait to throw is the only way he's going to die after that situation.
Yeah.
So
and because of the low recovery on Gran's 2M and the fast startup, you can counter hit an overhead and then always combo a 5M off of it, like because there's such little recovery. So great awareness and nice conversion there. It's going to bring us to our next winner's match. Going to have Kizzer up against Mars. Mars with a really strong showing, 2nd place last week. I'm going to say that everyone last week had a strong showing. I was very proud of our tournament last week. Myself included, you, everyone who was in that bracket was just playing out of their fucking mind last week, and it was cool to see.
And so, Mars coming out that performance, it really was... It was Kilo versus Marvin, and then Kilo versus Mars last week. That was just like 2 of my favorite sets. It was so back and forth, and the adjustments they made in the set were amazing to watch. But it's going up against Kizzer, who, let's go, Belial Army, let's go, Kizzer. Switching over from Percy to Belial, let's go, I'm hyped.
Seeing the light or seeing the dark, as it may be, Belial. This character is just good, right? There's not, he's not broken.
Yeah, he's not unbeatable. He's not broken, but he's just feels so strong.
But you know, the big reason why he's so good is usually his frames, right? Belial has some of the best frame traps in the game, but if you want to categorize characters by how strong their frame trap ability is, here's Sori's. This character got a pretty good overhaul during the patch. His pressure now is just safe, it's strong. 5U is ignorant. Like, there's not a different way to put it. He has 2 guard buttons. He has a guard button, and then 5U is also a guard button.
And so we'll see, like, if Kizzer does get the pressure, how he deals with 5U. And of course, yeah, these fireballs, he can 5U them at range pretty safely, so it's not like you can control too much space with fireballs. Ooh, there's the 5U follow-up.
A little bit early on the meaty rush punch.
Yeah. And that's going to be something huge too. Outside of 5H range, Mars can just press 5U, and 5H is not that big of a deal to Sori, like right there.
Yeah, and one of the main ways to fight Belial as most characters is a combination of having very big buttons and also spot dodging 5H accurately. Except Sori's kind of doesn't have to, right? He doesn't have to rely on spot dodge, which you die if you were wrong on that spot dodge and you get counter hit by the second hit of Far 5H. Instead, Sori's just absorbs both hits.
It's the counter to him, combos into everything. I love it.
Nice block. Wow.
Nice. Oh.
Okay. The punch flurry, low profile by the 2M. Misjudged the grab, but Mars jumped out.
And you see, even though he doesn't need the spot dash, he'll still sprinkle that in because he knows if Kizzer's going to be too antsy with 5Hs, it's really on Kizzer to try and figure out what to do.
The height was just a little too low for the counter hit. Air to air confirm, and there's the bait on the throw. Holds on to his super.
Yeah. And you see, like, yeah, Belial has really, really strong tools, but in this match, you can't just throw him out autopilot like you could on most other matches. You can't just throw out 5H ranges. So,
we may
you just
be seeing the Percival here.
Yeah.
Looks like Kizzer brought it back and stepped off the cab for a moment. So gonna go out on a limb that he did not like how that one felt.
Or maybe he needs to pick Vern weapon. Okay, no, it's Percival.
I think it's both, right? He needs to pick the character that he has the Vern weapon unlocked for. That's probably most important. His power level had been sealed.
Yeah. Just like Kilo's power level is sealed on PS4, Kizzer's power level is sealed when he doesn't have a Vern weapon available. So that's probably it.
Believe in victory.
All right.
Battle 1.
Probably the matchup he is familiar with. These two have played a decent amount in this bracket and SSL brackets alone. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, you can already see the comfortability. He's moving around with 5H. He knows his ranges, but yeah, Rush Punch has been keeping out 5H from being used too much. Oh, Mars is playing a really great range outside of 5H range, and that 5U, like you said, can be a little ignorant. Oof. Okay, trying to punish that 5U, just using the auto combo to try and punish 5U. Harassing with 5M, 2M, 5H, trying to keep Sori's in the corner. Oh, great spot dodge into 5M from Mars. Oh yeah, he's just trying to figure out what Mars at which timing is gonna let the 5U rip or not. That's been hurting him a little bit. Oh, and air to air from Mars, that's great. Oh, caught him low, but yeah, in this patch, not gonna be much you can do off of that. And just a little bit too far for command grab.
Much closer than game one, but still just a little bit short there. I think
Nice.
I think the Gunflame does help a lot for Sori's, right? Like, he has to spot dodge it. He can't rush on it.
Yeah, and especially, he can't. You can mix it up to where
there's the other side of that coin, right? Is that at some point Percival has to stock up, and if he doesn't get a hard knockdown, he has to do it in neutral. And if the reactions are on point for Sori's, he can just duff it from all the way across the screen.
Okay, great grab. Gonna push him a little bit closer to the corner with the back throw. Yeah, pressure. But Mars has been really, really keen on defense so far against Percival. Yeah, that 5U still putting in work. Yeah, you just see him outside the range, just put out 5U.
I'll actually say that getting your Far 5H 5U as Percival, though, is honestly like a better option than against most characters, right? Like, most characters are just whip punishing you into a hard knockdown from that range. So still, though, Mars able to clean it up. Gonna take game 2 here and move on the winner's side.
Yeah. And you can kind of tell, like, Kizer's been splitting time between the two characters, and it sucks because I don't know personally on paper where you would go, either Percival or Belial.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
And you have to know matchups, right? Like twice as many. But in the meantime, if you like what you're seeing of our players, you want to support the pot, you can hit us up at matcherino.com/t/SSSO 102420 GBVS. That same string, you can copy and paste it from the MooBot in the chat and just pop it in as a 50-cent coupon code to no expense to yourself. But while you're there, if you want to throw some of your own money or check out the marketplace option, the players would specifically love the support as well. You can also support the event directly at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome with official merch with art by Quasimodo X on t-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, and more. And you can follow us on social media at the Waifu Dome on Twitter, myself at BG Callisto. We'll keep you up to date as to what's going on with the tournament happenings. And up next, we're going to see Tibola, Arc Revo Midwest champion, coming up. He wanted to prove a point that he could win Arc Revo without playing Belial, and also importantly that he felt that Beelzebub matched up really well against Belial, and he knew that bracket was going to have a concentration. I mean, we had 8 out of 35 entrants playing Belial. Like, there was a solid 25-30% Belial rate in that tournament, and he really showed the matchup that he believed in. And then as soon as that tournament ended, he was like, I'm playing Belial, this character's fucking sick. And now he's been running his own Belial, and I have not really played it actually since kind of like week 1. I haven't played his Belial personally recently, so I'm interested to see how he's acclimating the character. Tibola's been pretty good on several characters. I think he's beaten me at least 3-1 on every character he's ever picked, except for Jita. I smoked his Jita. Don't let him tell you otherwise. I fucked that Jita up. But he's beaten me with everything else, and we're going to actually have both of the new DLC characters coming up next. Going to be Belial up against Cagliostro.
Yeah, early impressions on this match is that, Kags has to play pretty precise in this match. 5U can be a detriment in terms of traps, but she has a lot of interesting counterplay to it. You can set a trap and then set the closer trap to kind of bait the 5U. She has a lot of great movement options to kind of be squirrely, but of course, once Belial is close, he's going to be whiff punish. The best whiff punish normal in the game, 5H, is going to be a huge problem for Kags.
Definitely what you mentioned. Now, Kags, we talked about earlier, right? She has no invincible wake up that is not super, so she has a very hard time getting out of pressure, and Belial has some of the best pressure in the game. Very solid sound frame trap, so it's very difficult for Kags to do anything without meter to get out. Everything's safe. You can see that. This actually, didn't have the 2-1-4 H cancel, maybe tried to do Fireball and didn't have the timer up yet, but it didn't matter. You can see the frame trap game just being run. Howitzer trying to find any way out right now.
And it's tough. He tried to jump up, teleport. Tibola sniped it, so he was already recognizing where he should challenge on that.
And then
it's tough.
Once you're out of the corner, I mean, one of these two characters has gigantic hurt boxes on their normals. Cagliostro can get hella whiff punished by Belial, and it's kind of hard to return the favor.
We can't even see that because she's getting pressured endlessly in the corner.
5H super. Went for the auto combo?
Oh, he didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like, hey, I can endless pressure though. I don't even need to skybound to kill. Yes, tough.
Howitzer, trying to get anything started in neutral, but the damage had already been done. Tibola with a quick game 1.
And that's also kind of an annoyance for Kags in the neutral too. Fireball, just to kind of put in check if they're trying to do something mid-screen, is good for Belial too. So we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, we talked about how niche and complicated Kags is, so that's gonna take some time to develop, and of course in 6 days it's hard against Belial, so he's gonna go to his tried and true Narmaya.
And Narmaya, also a character that you could consider more complicated than the rest of the cast, right? When the patch notes came out, Narmaya players read the patch and kind of had mixed review, like maybe she's buffed, maybe she's nerfed, I like this change, I don't. Non-Narmaya players were like, I don't understand what any of this means. Like, what did they change about her? I don't even know I've never even heard of that move.
But still run the same game plan because Belial is just going to try to get in that range, 5H. He's been cooking with command grab in this set.
Now, a big change in this match is Naraya has 2 different reversal options. She has one for each stance. There's the traditional DP. She also has a parry. All right, waited it. Oh, no, actually got clipped. I thought I saw the block, but that's going to get full animation and big chunk of damage.
Set up the pinwheel again. More chip, more chip.
Wow, the anti-air. I can't believe that reached. Great awareness by T-Bola to see that in time, because if that would have been any lower, she would have just fallen under the hurt box.
Grade 2H, but...
All right, plus on block, 2 Ms.
And you see just... Yeah, Belial's strong, but you see just how aware T-Bola is. Just sniped every neutral jump at this point. Ugh.
Wow, she's so small that she actually fell under the JM after the JU hit. All right, T-Bola busting out with the DP. Last chance for Howitzer here.
And so you get 3 2Ls, 1 crouching. That's sick.
And the sweep at a range that it's safe.
This gets a setup, and yeah, you're gonna hold chip and plus frames for days.
That was nearly a checkmate situation. T-Bola putting it away 2-0. That is a winner's match though, so Howitzer still in the tournament, going to be moving on down to the winner's side, or to the loser's side rather. T-Bola moving on to the winner's semis. Up next, we're going to have Marvin Pai against Zach in a box. A couple months ago, this would have been a fairy mirror, but instead, we're going to see both of the new DLC characters in this match. Going to be Cagliostro going up against Belial. Marvin, we've been talking a lot. He loves Kegs. I mean, this is he likes certain things in neutral, right? But more importantly, he likes set play. He enjoys finding setups. He likes coming up with, kind of tricky stuff to hit you with. And this fits most everything that he wants to do in a character. Her range is serviceable. It's not crazy, but it's good. Her buttons have relatively low recovery, and there's a ton of solid set play options. So we'll see what Marvin has cooked up for us.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
There we go, DLC battle. There's a total of $14 in this match. Zach with the early pressure. Again, we mentioned how hard it is for Cagliostro to get out of these frame traps with the lack of an invincible reversal. Zach using the medium DP, trying to hold down, taking the plus frames. Good anti-air by Marvin, though. Oh, tried to show the anti-air loops, but a little bit off on the air trap. Still going to get the corner here. Zach with the check. Nice counter hit confirmed. Big jump in. A little bit too late on the trigger. Nice reaction to the teleport, though. 1 hit. 5H into super. Zach with the anti-teleport confirmed. Nice spot dodge by Marvin. Wasn't able to take advantage of the frames, though, and a little bit too close with that 214L. That's a punish. It's probably one of the biggest adjustments for Cagliostro players to make is almost all of her special cancelables are super punishable. You have to be very careful. You have to be thoughtful about how you use teleport as a cancel, how you use 5U as a cancel. If you try to buffer into 214, you're going to get smoked for it. All right, 214, and there you go. That's what I was talking about. Too close. Wow, teleported in place, and the recovery of it just got caught by the second hit of R5H, and that was the worst possible thing that could happen to Marvin. Marvin, though, not looking for the fairy switch, sticking it out with Cagliostro here. Zach with the pressure. Marvin holding the regular fireballs, holding the medium DPs. Definitely going to need to find a spot to bust out here. Got the hard knockdown with the sweep, able to teleport out. Gets the side switch, but still under duress here. Zach just run the frame traps. There's a good check by Marvin, not holding the regular fireball. You do, at some point, you got to force Belial to use his EX fireballs to spend some resources on pressure. And another good sweep from Marvin. I like the fake Oki by Marvin. Runs up, does the teleport. Good block, but got caught on the other side, not using the guard button to protect against the cross-up. Zach with the meaty pressure. Good check on the overhead. Doesn't have the confirm, but he does jump out of the super skybound. Going to get a full combo here. Zach moving to match point.
You've done it now.
Battle 2. Engage.
All right, Zach with the corner control. Marvin go for the back throw this time. What? Over the trap? That's unfortunate. One of the benefits of Cagliostro's traps is that you can combo off throws with them. All right, Zach has to be careful about that trap over his head. An overhead or a throw will combo into it. There is the hit. Got a weird juggle out, though. Marvin not able to get full capitalization here. A little bit too far for the 2H. That's the regular super. Yeah, Zach went with the wrong... actually, I mean, that was very tough for Zach. He basically would have had to super or do a DP there because it was the regular skybound. Spot dodge got punished, but he couldn't block because he was in run. Using the 5U to power through the trap here. No response from Marvin. Just holding the block. Catches him with the DP.
Battle 3.
All right, Marvin putting a round on the board. Good start for him. Definitely needs to make something happen in this round if he wants to stay on the winner's side. Zach using the 5U again. Marvin's starting to scout that out a little bit more. We might start seeing like a 2H or something to respond to it. Nice confirm off the 5H. Zach with the wake-up buttons, though. Challenge, get the counter hit, confirm. All right, Marvin under pressure again. A little too far for that sweep. Using the fireball to get some space out of the corner. Great use of the fully charged 5U, actually. Once you get all those rocks built up, you get a lot of pushback out of the corner that's safe on block. And Zach just running frame traps. There's the super. Was wondering when Marvin was going to try to bust out, and he spends it. It's going to be his only invuln for the round, though. Zach trying to navigate the traps here. The traps do dissipate on their own, but it takes a really long time, so they're just kind of hanging out there. Finally, they're gone. Zach able to navigate back to mid-screen. Too far on the far 5H. Still pushing towards the corner. Good check on the teleport. What's he going to spend here? He's going to take the soft knockdown. Has a bunch of EXs available, so any hit into Super Skybound will take it, but the air teleport catches him off guard. Marvin going to post the game on the board. It's 1-1.
I could use one of your pretty wings for my research. You wouldn't
All
say
right.
no to cute little
I don't think anyone's
Cagliostro,
changing
would
characters
you?
here. Yeah, Zach also not going back to the previous main. Going to just re-up with the Belial here. Marvin confirms.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Zach with the aggressive start, running up with the 2L, looking for the counter hit. That's going to catch the spot dodge. Marvin trying to escape the corner, getting rushed down here though. Safe jump by Zach. Zach being relatively low committal with the pressure here. Medium DP, keeping the plus frames. Nice challenge on the overhead. Marvin going to bust out. Didn't get the side switch, but still got enough pushback back to mid-screen. The pretty good situation. Sets off the trap. Zach pretty passive here. Had the jump forward block, trying to close some space. All right, got some counter zoning here. Nice hold up from Zach there. That was a great sequence. Called out the DP by spot dodging, had the clash, kept it safe with another spot dodge. He is in the corner here. Let's see what he finds to bust out, or if Marvin's going to be able to really set up some offense here. Traps are dissipated. Nice spot dodge. Marvin playing slippery now. I like this adjustment. In neutral, gets counter hit though. That's going to be a confirm. Zach, I think maybe was a little greedy on resources, and he's going to get caught with the super skybound. And that's going to be enough for the round. What a turnaround. Marvin now 3 straight rounds, put himself on a match point. And I think Zach maybe was a little too reserved there. He could have spent EX Fireball off the 5H, gotten a full combo into super skybound, maxed out the damage, and been in a one-hit situation. Whoa, Marvin, I don't know. I think maybe he wanted to set a trap or something to try to have the trap fire off. Zach now going to get the knockdown here in the corner. Holds on to his EX Fireball. Marvin jumps out. Gets the side switch here. Zach tried to 5U the trap, but Marvin grabbed him before it became active. Nice counterplay by Marvin there. And another good challenge on the overhead. Considerable life lead here for Zach, but good positioning for Marvin. Full resources, can definitely make a lot of damage happen. Highly scaled combo off the throw so he doesn't cash out the Super Skybound. There it is though, Super Skybound is going to hit. Doesn't get animation because it's a little too far. Very slight life deficit, and Marvin though able to find the DP in neutral and close it out 2-1. GG's. Nice adjustments there by Marvin as the match went on. All right, so that is going to set up our top 8 winners. On the winner's side, we're going to have Kilo against Mars, Tibola against Marvin Pai. On the loser's side, we're going to have Last Call going up against Cementi on one side, and we're waiting on the other side to be set up here. Let's see.
Oh, I guess it's probably going to be me since I'm in losers, so we don't hold up the bracket.
Oh, yeah, actually, we do need Zach. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep, so it'll be me versus Rogue. We haven't played much.
Yeah, it's actually been a little while since you guys have played, I think.
We haven't played much of Belial versus Zeta. So we will see how it goes. It's a match that I don't think Zeta does terribly in, but Belial does kind of just mitigate her fireball game entirely because you can just 5U it whenever. But her normals are still strong enough without that to compete with Belial.
Yeah, I think she reaches that minimum bar, right, to fight Belial well, which is having large normals that can cover a lot of space and catch him on startup. But she does leave kind of a lot of gaps that can be parried out of, and of course she doesn't have a traditional DP. Sometimes that's in her favor depending on the interactions, but sometimes, you know, holding the frame traps and not being able to just bust out in a single move doesn't. All right, Rogue on the player 1 side, Zach on player 2 here. Try to get the whip punish with the far 5H. One thing that Zeta does have going for her in this matchup, in addition to the range on her normals, is pretty fast recovery on all of them. You can see Zach had gone for that whiff punish, but didn't quite get it. And I'm actually not sure why that didn't combo. Maybe he was a little bit late on the EX Spinaroonie there. All right, Zach waits out the parry. Gonna find the hit here. Soft knockdown, holds on to his timers. There's a big counter hit. That's gonna close out the round.
Battle 2, engage.
All right, Rogue being kind of aggressive with the laser, trying to make Zach prove what he mentioned earlier about the difficulties in Zeta zoning Belial. A little bit late on the anti-air. Zach's going to burn it for the hard knockdown. Actually, Zach missed his link. Still a hard knockdown, though. It was an EX move that he was linking from. Good use of the parry. Going to bust out back to mid-screen. Run up overhead and called out Zach needing to run forward to apply pressure. All right, nice confirm. It's going to be a little bit short. Stagger pressure with the run up 2Ls. And just finds the 2M. Zach tried to move, got clipped on the way out. 1 round apiece.
Battle 3, engage.
Wow, stuffed the overhead and the counter hit 5H confirm into another one. All right, keeping the plus frames with the medium DP, finds the counter hit. This is probably going to be the round into Super Sky, or regular Skybound rather. Yeah, didn't even need the animation. Plenty of damage there on the counter hit. Zach taking game 1. And we had talked before, actually, about matchups that Rogue may prefer Catalina in it. And, you know, I had mentioned, I don't think Catalina wins the Belial matchup, but I think she probably has the least bad matchup in the game against him. And Rogue going to try it out. I actually think that this matchup is fightable, right? It's not fantastic, but it's absolutely fightable for Catalina. She has big enough buttons. She has the damage. You know, she just has to make some right reads with the spot dodges, make the opportunities count. She's going to get way less turns than Belial does. You can see an individual turn. Oh, actually, we have a little bit of a drop here. Going to see what happened. I think we might have had one of the players kicked out of the lobby, or maybe I got kicked out of the lobby.
It's the typical thing that's been happening. I mean,
yeah, that was right at the start before we got in the match.
Yeah.
So Zach,
Luckily, it does.
get back in here?
Commonly happens when it's like right at the start or when it right ends. So it hasn't really like been a detriment to any matches. But I don't know what's been going on with that. It's been weird.
Yeah, definitely. Well, just one of the things we're trying to figure out how to navigate, right? When we're stuck in this online, you know, we've probably got at least another year of this. So hope everyone kind of has their patience reserved. You know, you got to do what you need to do in order to get matches played. The other option's not playing, and I don't think any of us want to do that. So gonna just stick it out, get back in here, give it another shot.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Resetting here. We're on game 2. Rogue with the Catalina. DP's out, going to get the hard knockdown into the corner here. Tried to stagger throw, but Zach was actually a little bit faster on the draw there. All right, pressure here. Finds the jump in. Even the nerf JU out of Catalina is still a very good button. All right, 2H. It was an empty jump by Zach, so he's not going to eat a ton for it. Bit of a misconfirm there from Rogue. Tried to run the shenanigans with the charged EX thrust. Maintaining the corner positioning. And this is still not looking that bad for Rogue. All his timers are up. Has Skybound. If he catches an EX thrust near the corner here, he'll be able to close out the round. Gets counter hit, though. Zach not spending the super Skybound. Taking the soft knockdown, holding on to some more resources here. Anyone's round at the moment. Zach being cautious with his frame traps, not overextending here. There's the JH on the way down, called out the thrust. Great air normals here from Belial, able to reach and combo from that far. Match point for Zach.
Battle 2. Engage.
Nice DP, Zach with the JU. If he would have just done a JH, he actually would have punished the fireball, but gonna get here now. All right, taking the soft knockdown. A little bit early on the overhead. Yeah, Rogue just swinging, trying to keep that corner. Oh no, missed the 5H before the super. That's kind of, you know, he hasn't been playing Catalina as his main since the patch, and that is one of the differences. She has more recovery on her EX Fireball, so the timing for the button after it to combo is later than it used to be. That might catch. A little bit short. Good punish. Zach tried to catch the backdash, but just shy.
Battle 3. Engage.
Rogue trying to keep the spacing. Good punish by Zach. It's pretty much always going to punish the L thrust at that range. All right, medium DP, keeping the plus frames. Rogue got caught off guard, hitting the corner. Zach probably going to cash out here. This should be enough. And again, didn't need the animation. Plenty of corner damage here for Belial. Zach going to take it 2-0. Moving on to losers. You can see Rogue definitely had a better time of it, though, right? Like, he was able to push a lot more as Catalina than he was as Zeta. Get a bit more knockdowns.
Yeah, I think the way Rogue plays, having a little bit faster 2M kind of works, because I was really looking to try and whiff punish that 2M, and it was hard. I couldn't. So whereas Zeta was a little bit more risky to kind of whiff that. So
yeah. There's some trade-offs. Kat's ability to convert from really far, very good against Belial. I think that she has probably the best 5U punish in the game. If he does a bad parry, she gets a fully charged focus attack into 4K meterless. Guaranteed, you can side switch if you need to, so guaranteed corner from wherever you were. Just a very, very all-around solid option, which takes, you know, that's what matchups can come down to, right? Is being able to take tools away from the other character. All right, so up next, we're going to actually move into our top 8.
Yes.
What we have here today, winner semi is going to be Kilo and Mars coming up first, T-Bola and Marvin Pie on the other side. All the people you'd sort of expect to see in our top 4, given the runs that they've had the last several weeks here at SSSO. Then we're going to have Zach against Howitzer, going to be another DLC matchup there, and Last Call up against Amenti on the loser side to round out the top 8. Kilo getting set down. Mars, these two had a barn burner of a grand finals
last week. Both winners finals and grand finals that they had went down to the wire. Both sides, both were adapting so well. And one of the big key things was how Kilo was dealing with 5U at first, and then how Mars was switching up the timings, holding it, maybe not doing the follow up, maybe cutting it short.
A lot of back and forth play. That said, this is only a 2 out of 3 set. We're only at our winner semi, so there's going to be less time for the adjustments back and forth than what we saw in the three separate 3 out of 5 sets. Both the first and the second set of grand finals went to last game, last round. So a lot of time to adjust last week. Less so right now. We'll see what they can figure out in a hurry.
And it's always interesting to see, like, if in a weekly tournament, when two people had like such a great set, after a week has passed, what is there in their mind now? What has changed, or do they continue the momentum from last week? So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, of course, having replays available to watch, right? Being able to go back, see what you did and didn't do wrong. Both players, I'm sure, did a bit of homework after last week. Kilo with the early corner.
With like, hey, it's grand. Let me get some grabs in. But that's really the big thing, is that trying to bait out that 5U with that grab. This is huge damage. Oh my god. Yeah,
still though, I mean, throws are just a giant risk in this game, right? A little bit late on the punish. Still though, had a safe buffer.
You can see how he has to navigate when Mars is outside of poke range using 5U. You have to be a little bit more patient. You kind of have to try to bait it out, and if you do get a well-placed normal, you could actually punish it, but that's more of a read than anything in a reaction. Okay, I like the spot dodge, but yeah, that's one of the big key things as well. Kilo's so good at beating the rush punch, and like you saw there too, he spot dodged the 5U follow-up, but Mars has the corner now. Yeah, sweeping it is a good option as well. We go for a safe jump here. We'll spend some EXs to keep some pressure on.
Wow,
and field goal kick and neutral!
I actually don't know if that 2L combos to super there. I'm assuming the fact that he went for the reset means that he's aware that he couldn't close it off after that. That's going to be a punish too close, and Kilo, we talk all the time about his awareness, recognize the spacing. That's a -7 move, and he has a 7-frame 2M, dialed out the punish, optimal combo. Game 1 going to Kilo.
Yeah, that's one of the things where you're just cooking in the corner against Gran. You get antsy. Anybody does. And so Kilo takes advantage of that and plays very patient pressure at the end there.
And that's also a move with, it's a 7-frame heavy that, 7-frame heavy against most moves is just going to crush it. Plus, it has very low recovery. Even on block, it is difficult to punish.
Okay, he's spacing it out right outside of rush punch range. Yeah, and again, this patient pressure, just caging in him. Yeah, it's a little bit too far to punish there, but still, you spent it, and now he's a huge, Mars has a huge life deficit to make up. Hold the 5U just outside the range. Gonna get the strike throw game going. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, ain't no bite from Mars. Good patience, but still has to make something happen eventually. Still has 50 seconds left on the clock, though. Okay, push him out with the rush punch, but yeah, just a delay 2M after that minus frames. And Kilo's on match point.
Alright, harassing with buttons. Kilo not holding the pressure, DP's out.
Yeah, charging that 5U.
Ooh! He actually let the 5U rip there after the partial charge and lost his level 4. Oh, nice jump! Big jump. And you can see the damage here. Plus frames.
Okay. Oh, I think he wanted to go forward.
Yeah, I think he tried to forward jump into holding back as a safe jump and just press back a little bit too early. Oh,
Yeah, and we saw this last week. Mars was slow to adapt, but eventually once he found his group, he was cooking. So
shout out to Kevin Fair in the chat. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Proprietor of I Play Games, staple of the fighting game community in the Chicago area for years. There's the counterplay across the 5U, and we talk about that, right? It's who's gonna commit, who's gonna let up early on the 5U. The entire matchup is revolving around the play of that move.
ooh,
Kilo being patient here. Oh God! And Kilo didn't believe.
I don't think Kilo thought he would.
Because of the slight nerfs to the wall bounce range of EX boot, even Kilo was like, "Nah, there's no way Gran gets the bounce from there," and just finds the safe jump.
Man, you know, one of the things I really see from, I think, two of our strongest players, both Kilo and T-Bola, is that they really put themselves in situations. They're so aware to really punish any neutral jump. You saw into that regular Skybound, caught just a neutral jump trying to go over boot, and man, they're really on point with that. I think that's one of the things I see consistently from them more so than other players.
I want to call it like a good player trap, right? They recognize that at an intermediate and above level, a good player is going to be trying to call out that boot and punish it on the way down. They're going to be thoughtful of what their options in neutral are, and they're sort of on level 2 and being prepared, you know, to what's going to happen. And we're going to have another DLC matchup, going to be Marvin Pie up against T-Bola. You can see on the screen, too, these two have actually never fought within SSSO. They have in other tournaments, but it's a new season, new characters for both of them.
Yeah, is this a new SSSO classic, Kags versus Belial?
Yeah, I mean, right? Is this the replacement for Catalina versus Percival?
It's definitely an interesting match.
This is the $14 SSO classic, the combo meal.
You need the $signs for SSSO.
All right, winner semi is gonna be squad of 3. Nice run under for Marvin, using the fast run.
And he's really using the air trap to make the pillars on neutral really scary to run into, but finds himself in the corner, and Marvin has to hold a lot of this great challenge. You saw T-Bola try to use that command grab a lot against Hout's error, and Marvin Pie knows that.
Something really minor that Marvin just did, I want to point out. He chained, there's the new system, right, where if you hit them fast enough, 5Ls and 2Ls chain into each other in this season rather than only linking. Marvin was able to chain the moves fast enough that 214L comboed. If you link them the way you would in Season 1, sometimes 214L does not combo. Oh, good stuff to Marvin. Finds the bust out with Super Skybound.
Yeah, he really was not deterred from challenging with normals or Super Skybound. Doesn't want to let T-Bola just run away with pressure. But T-Bola using that 5U so hard from Kags to really anti-air that consistently. And now you have to hold a lot of pressure. 214M, gonna keep him safe.
Yeah, totally safe. And it's up to the non-Belial player to recognize the speed difference between 214L and 214M to know if they can punish with a 6-frame light or not.
Alright. A lot of pressure, and this is tough. He doesn't even have Skybound to do anything. Uh-oh. This is huge, because she gets a lot of... Oh, he missed the EX teleport to set up a big combo.
Hit, though.
Yeah, but
no animation.
Oh! Caught him!
Alright, one mix-up for Marvin. Big tech from T-Bola, gets counter-hit, but still alive. Chip is becoming an issue.
So sick!
And the trap on the ground closes it out. Marvin taking game 1.
One of your pretty wings for my research.
What a
Nice
turnaround, right? That situation in the corner, Marvin was in a really rough spot and had a clutch jump out of the command grab. And I like that. So Marvin didn't get the combo to punish the command grab, but when he saw that, he just teleported out.
T-Bola running into a lot of the pillars in neutral, but it doesn't matter when you find a hit, and now you're gonna run your game.
Gizercrate in the chat throwing stones from his glass house out the front door, talking about the evil of English Cagliostro coming from a Vern weapon user. I don't know about that.
Well, we'll see. Good thing for Kizer is that T-Bola has this pressure on. She does have Skybound available again, but T-Bola's not really deterred. He's like, I dare you to do it again. I dare you to wake up with it again as a reversal. Yeah, and just giving him space. I like this as Belle. When you give Kag space, she really has to work hard to get in and start the pressure. Because most of her... Oh my god. Near the gap, no anime.
T-Bola's going to have to make this adjustment of holding up on his cancels and his block strings because Marvin is being pretty aggressive with the super skybounds here. Nice. Yeah. Caught the dodge, though.
That's a tough mix when you're in chip range against Belial, is that if you try to spot dodge the fireball, he can just a 4H and then it beats your spot dodge. I like that. Okay, great confirm from T-Bola off with the scramble situation. Plus frames, plus frames, plus frames.
When the reset into EX command grab. Hard knockdown.
Tough mix up. Jump.
What?
And
Oh, wow.
Oh, just
Cagliostro has some pretty good air normals, actually. I wanted to bring that up. Her air teleport mix-up is fairly good just because of the quality of her air normals. And T-Bola stealing a turn with the DP into EX command grab, and we got a 1-to-1 set here.
And you know, I love how persistent T-Bola is. Like, that first game, he lost because he tried to keep EX command grab. You know, he's still going to do it, and he wins that game because of it.
I mean, realistically, he missed one, right? In the first game, he hit one and he missed one, and it's like, you need to see that the percentage is different than 50-50, because that command grab is still a pretty good shot. That, though, oh no! I think maybe he got a weird directional buffer. He got close 5L into 214L, and that's definitely not going to combo.
Nice roll. That was sick.
Wake up buttons. Keep in mind, there's 2 5 frames there.
Oh, this is tough.
He's going to spend the super. I don't think this is enough.
I don't know. But, oh, it's close. But in any case, it's a tough situation for Kags right now. She has to really guess off a Skybound or something.
That's
there it is, but that's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can either EXDP or 5U that as Belial to punish that right in that situation. Otherwise, if you block it...
Yeah, if you block it, you get pushed out, but if you spot dodge it, you get a full punish. It's easily spot dodgeable after the animation. Good block on the overhead for Marvin. Ran forward and challenged the sweep, though.
I know he wanted something else, and now he's going to hold media overhead.
And again, the exact same situation. T-Bola recognizing the sweep, the way it interacts with her far 5L. And keep in mind that that sweep is basically safe at that range. You're not going to do anything about that sweep. Clash. Oh my
what
god.
A great clash decision.
And there was about another 5.5k left on the combo after that EX hit. No matter what happened, Marvin was dead. T-Bola going to be moving on the winner's side. Good stuff. Marvin's still alive in losers.
And it looks like we're going to probably go into another Kags versus Belial. Or I don't know which one we're doing first.
Yeah, it's going to be Zach in a Box up against Howitzer. So as mentioned, probably another Belial up against another Cagliostro here. I almost typed Cagliostro instead of the name.
But yeah, you can see, like, obviously, there's a lot of stuff that Kaz can do. Stuff Marvin dropped here or there. It's only a 5-day, 6-day-old character. But yeah, you saw some of the juice baiting out EXDPs, getting that corner sequence when she gets the knockdown. So really, really interesting stuff from Kaz so far. But of course, Belial, so strong. T-Bola, very, very aware of everything. And of course, the winner's final is going to set up Kilo versus T-Bola. I think it's no question that these two are one of the strongest in Chicago, and not only, but the Midwest.
Yeah, I think coming in, if you wanted to make the safe bet of what winners finals were going to be with them on opposite sides of the bracket, you know, you were definitely rolling high odds if you were picking 2 out of Kilo, Marvin, and T-Bola, the consistent high-end finishers here at SSSO. But plenty of people still in on the loser side that are going to have a chance to take a shot at them when they get there. Oh, shout outs to Sai in the chat. Street Fighter 4 boys. What's good, man? As we have another Street Fighter 4 boy, Zach in a Box here on the Belial on player 1 side. All right, Marvin caught the counter. I'm sorry, Marvin. Wrong Cagliostro. You guys are mixing me. Too many Kags in the tournament now. Howitzer caught the jump in. All right, Zach just using the soft knockdown, not spending anything. And Zach's been really on point with these punishes of the teleport. Wrong fireball, though. Bit of a miscue there. Howitzer going to get a chance to back off, breathe, and that Howitzer saw the response, the 5L challenge on the teleporting reaction, so he teleported in place and then threw out the DP. Nice adjustment early in the match. Counter hit overhead. Yeah, there's plenty of damage. This might fire off both traps as well. Yeah, you can see the air trap was going to get caught. I wonder if she could combo off that if that's set up like that, or if she has too much recovery. Nice teleport out of the corner. Howitzer doing a good job. Navigating, gets the wall bounce combo. All right, what's the mix? Meaty trap. Both traps out. Zach has to be careful. Good tech on the throw. Throw would lead into a combo off the air trap, but so does that. 214H getting the wall bounce. Howitzer looking good and the perfect. And you can see how many options she has in the corner to set up if you can get the right hit. You know, it's this character in neutral sometimes can seem like a challenge, but when she gets set up, just so many different layers. Big jump in for Zach. Good start to this game too. It's a throw, gonna get the safe jump here. JL keeping it easy. Howitzer trying to bait out the challenge on the teleport. There's the 2H. Howitzer, though, keeping with the empty jump, so he didn't get counter hit. For the best at the moment. There's the 5L, so showing the punish. Didn't have anything buffered out, though. Gonna have to do that into 214H, most likely. All right. Pushes out of the trap. Still decent situation here for Howitzer. Oh, wow, Zach stuffed the trap with the 2M, but Howitzer took advantage of the frames and just ran up, found the grab. There's the 2L to stuff the trap. No combo on the counter hit overhead. She has kind of a Fairy Matera type overhead that pushes her back, though she still can get close 5H from that range usually. And the walk-up throw. Zach being a little bit of passive. Howitzer going to move on to match point here. Charging up the full rocks. Going to be able to get a lot of plus frames there. Buffered the 5H into the 214H. And again, we're going to see this knockdown situation. Both traps. Is that Byakuya on my screen? Zach clearing out the traps. Good job. Finds the counter hit to him. All right, plus frames here for Zach. Howitzer tried to bail out. That was actually probably fortunate that a button or a roll didn't come out. That would have been a counter hit into a full combo. Zach with a bit of a life lead here. Full resources on both sides, though. Is Howitzer going to spend it here? Yeah, dials out the Super Skybound. Full animation. It's not going to do enough, but it's going to be a really good chunk here. Howitzer needs one hit to close this set out. Zach with all the resources, though. Howitzer looking for the DP. And there it is. 5M catches the startup of the fireball. Zach spent his $6.99. Howitzer might have spent the whole $7, though. Slightly better roll on the DLC gotcha here.
But yeah, you could see, like, obviously when she gets pressure, it's rough. But yeah, there's a lot of counterplay that she has that she can, like, you know, use to control it. Obviously, there's a lot of reads involved. But yeah, I think she's a really, really interesting character. And that match is really something to watch how it develops. I think it'll be a real interesting matchup.
All right, so last call. Gonna try out, you could hear it in the background. He's actually gonna be looking to try out the Soris here against Narmaya. We'll see how this goes.
Interesting. Interesting enough, I don't think Narmaya was one of the characters that really made Ladiva struggle, but obviously you wanna try out different characters, and if you're trying to get a secondary up to snuff, you have to try them out in tournament.
And we do want to, point out that actually last call did play Howitzer and was kind of expecting the Narmaya matchup probably there, and ended up having to face the Cagliostro. So he might already have had some expectations of like how to fight Narmaya with Soris. That might have already been the plan.
That's a good point.
All right, big counter hit. The Menti with the shimmy, no bite from last call though, good patience. Gonna collect some plus frames here, more plus frames.
big field goal kick. Yeah, Amenti not sure how to punish that field goal kick yet.
It's very difficult for a lot of characters. You need a very far range 7-frame or a 6-frame. Good choice.
One of the things I was just talking. One of the things I was just talking about is like punishing neutral jumps. Amenti showed some great awareness there, but couldn't get it done at the end.
Battle 2. Engage.
That last call taking the first round.
Oof, that 5H is putting in work for Naimaya.
Yeah, her buttons are actually underrated. I do think that she has some fairly good normals. Sometimes maybe it's hard because you might not be in the right stance to use the one that's best for a situation, but she actually has some really high quality with punish options. Respecting the frames. Oh, tried to 2H, was a little bit late. Overhead. Last call, working the plus frames here. All right, just gets parried out. I like that. Hard knockdown the corner, waits out the super, gets caught though. Full damage.
Wow, great confirm actually.
And the EX rush punch caught him off guard. Last call putting up game 1 with the Soris.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, Amenti's been putting out great normals out there, but obviously once this pressure starts going in.
Something I've been complaining about recently that's actually kind of hard in this game, there's a fair amount of throw protection when you wake up. I think it's, somewhere between 2 to 4 frames. You have to delay your throws on meaty, but something that's a really big difference is in most games, when you mash out a button on wake up, you give up your throw protection and the button can be throwable. In this game, I don't believe you do. I think it just comes out as a throw in vulnerable. All right, try to bust out with the super against the plus on. Wow, that was aggressive. Didn't wait out the second hit, just counter hit it. Scary stuff. Cashed out the super.
Oh, 2M. Okay, still gets a grab though.
Yeah, I think he wasn't expecting the counter hit there. Probably could have closed it out. Runs up for the overhead.
Nice. Yeah, that 5H in that stance has been working wonders.
Battle 2.
All right, Amenti has a round on the board.
Big EXTP.
Wow, the call out. Very common to see the grab coming out of Narmaya after that move because it is like +2, +3 on block.
Yeah, but last call trying to put some pressure on. A little bit too close to use that
That's
EX.
Gonna be a punish. Doesn't spend any EXs. Still though, good situation here. If Amenti can get a hit, great EX corner combos for Narmaya are available.
Big bet on that. He had plus frames. I don't know why he tried the EX field goal kick, but try to use that 2M to his advantage. Yep.
Oh, sweep. Hard knockdown. Weird spacing after the jump forward. That might be due to that change they made to a lot of characters. Their forward jumps go a little bit further. Oh, not quite what you were looking for in the anti-air. Still good situation for Amenti here. Oh, wow! Reacted in time, but yeah, it didn't go far enough. And let the other DP rip. Keep in mind, she has a counter reversal in one stance and a traditional DP in the other. Just because you bait one out does not mean she's out of options. She can actually change stances in the recovery of the two moves. So you'll be like, oh, cool, the reversal's gone, and run in to take your turn. But if you didn't catch the stance change in the recovery of the move, she's going to have the other reversal option on deck. So nice heads-up play by Amenti. Last call, back to character select. Probably going to see the Ladeva. Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to experiment sometimes, but you need one game. You're going to go to Ladeva, and, you could just get one knockdown. That's a first to one. That's one of the scariest first to ones, to go against a grappler in the first to one.
Mm-hmm.
But Amenti has shown great anti-airs, right? Good spacing on the 5Hs, and even though he's a little green on some of the matchups, that carries him very, very far. That will transfer to any 2D fighting game.
Yeah, and Narmaya has the most important things to fight a grappler, which are a projectile, a DP, and a couple of far normals, right? You don't need a whole lot else.
Yeah, but when none of that matters, when you're getting scooped 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row.
All right, spent the EX, a lot of damage, hard knockdown. Yeah, last call, being patient, just doing nothing. I like it.
Or
all right,
not.
went for the lariat. Yeah, that was a bit aggressive. Has the health to survive it. Is in the corner now. Amenti with the challenges.
Good challenge from Amenti. Oh, great jab from last call.
Yeah, big 2L check.
Alright, now last call is on match point. Looking to find his way in. Great spot dodge, but missed the punish.
Yeah, if you're that close, you gotta just do 2L into 5M. It's pretty universal punish for most characters.
Nice. Delaying the slash.
Great side
to
switch.
Catch the nice, confirmed. The confirms are coming out now. That's called has not been afraid to challenge. Has been working out beautifully for him. Ooh.
Ooh, too far for the 2H. Nice empty jump from last call. And this time the lariat connects. A bit of a dice roll, but it worked out.
Get a little scrambly. We're trying to use that 5H to kind of calm down the neutral. Wow, didn't even crouch it. He just swatted it standing. Overhead gonna go over? Yeah.
It's a grab. That was expensive for last call. Still in a good shape here, though. Yeah, caught the jump out, and there's the SPD.
Just for some disrespect.
Close match, but last call gonna take it. Move on in, losers.
Yes, but yeah, Amenti mentioned, just getting back into the game again. I think he played it earlier, but then took a break and now trying to get back into it. You could see, the stuff is there. The anti-airs, the spacing. It's just, trying to learn the matchups now, and that's the task with learning any fighting game coming from another game. But the fundamentals, you can definitely see it shine here or there. So that'll be fun to watch Amenti in his GBVS journey.
Yeah. Moving on to our losers quarters, we're gonna have Mars coming up against Howitzer.
Yes.
Mars, don't know how much Cagliostro he's gotten a fight so far, but gonna get some matchup experience right now for sure.
And Howitzer definitely had a lot of control in the neutral, can really be aware where the traps are, and then when that trap is out, what is the risk reward factor. There's a lot more pillars when the trapper is out, and does a good job of mixing in, you saw, you mentioned it. I checked the first teleport, but then immediately he did the other teleport, the next situation, and baited me out for trying to 2L it. So really, really heads up plays from Howitzer with this Cagliostro. But Mars, no stranger to fighting just a wave of obstacles and neutral coming from Uniclear. Playing Endeku, has to hold a lot of stuff in that game. So that's where you see some of his patience, some of his explosiveness. He can wait out a lot of stuff. All right.
Letting the animations rock.
Yeah, we full anime right now.
Howitzer already on my good side by using the non-English voice, Marvin.
You eeps.
The voice actress for Cagliostro is mad good on the Japanese side.
Right, yeah, using that pillar right out the gate, but weaving a way through with a rush punch.
Yeah, this is the hard part for Cagliostro, right? Is Soris can move forward very quickly while attacking at the same time, and can kind of just bypass most of her traps safely, compared to Granblue or Cat Thrust, where they can pass through, but they'll be punishable on block.
And I really like that. Howitzer noticed that Mars was being really, really passive and just used a teleport to gain some space.
Keep it safe with the 5U, cancel off the auto combo. Wow, that was sick.
Sick.
Gotcha.
Not close enough for the H teleport combo, but has a full control. Howitzer is playing really, really well. Just throwing out 5H, that's a pretty whip punishable move.
Yeah, I was going to say, that button does not have a lot of recovery for a 5H, but it has hurt boxes that stretch almost the entire screen.
He is getting caught by every which way in pillar. He's gonna pop. I like that. You just need to do it raw. And yeah, I like just having from a safe range to beat out the trap, but
I like that.
Howitzer knows.
Yeah, Howitzer kind of recognized that Mars was looking to play around the traps, and he just ran on and pushed the offense. Big jump in though. Gonna cash out to the super. Way more damage on this season.
And keeping the EXs available for this next sequence. We're jumping. pressure. Good defense from Cagliostro. Wow, what a 5U in response to the teleport.
I like that because it covers both sides, right? Even if she teleports and stays on the other side, the 5U armor still is covered. Traps are there, able to jump out before it becomes active, and catches the anti-air.
And that was the first round. You can see the grind that Soris has to go through, but Mars is willing to wait out that clock until the very last moment. He needs that last sequence. Wow, look at all this pressure now. He's going very, very offensive now, and has the corner, and this is where Kags can struggle. And you see how much she has to hold, and then has to deal with 5U when she tries to challenge out. Doesn't even have Skybound available and almost out of life. Waited out the teleport. Now Haltera has the full screen, but how can Kags make up this life deficit? There's one time. He has the corner, doesn't have the trap. Yeah, harassing with 5H. Oh,
Counter hit, and that's what I mentioned. She bounces back like Matera and Fairy, except she's still in close 5H range.
That was huge. Yeah, and her run speed is not bad at all compared to her walk speed. So once she runs up, you can catch you off guard, especially if you're having to deal with traps. Oop, got a little slow down, but having to deal with traps, having to deal with the pillar, you can just get caught off guard. What a neutral jump.
Yeah, caught the other side. And the anti-air into the trap. Gonna get the hard knockdown here, most likely. Oh no, combo limit ran out. That was it. That's because
he hit him up.
Yes, yeah, the first hit was an anti-air. Slides underneath though, catches the close 5H. Haltera backing off.
Oh,
big
jumping. Was a little passive on the confirm afterwards, but stalking. Kags close to the corner, but setting up that traps, has the life lead, so it's on Mars to make the move. Yeah, gonna charge up that 5U. Mars just takes that time to get rid of that trap. Gonna push into that. Haltera doesn't decide to take space, just needs that. Oh, what a wait. He was waiting for that the whole time.
This is gonna be close. More damage on the super this patch, and it's enough. Game 1 going to Mars.
And it really is kind of a mix-up on what teleport Kags is gonna do, but great read from Mars, just 5H, and that's what won him that round. He waited that long. Haltera got a little antsy, tried to teleport out, and game 1's gonna go to Mars.
Haltera not bouncing off to the Narmaya, gonna stick it out with Cagliostro here.
I like that. In terms of on-paper matchup, this looks like you can control a lot of the neutral with Kags.
Oh, too early for the throw. The block's done. A little bit of a miscalculation there.
Ooh, great fight. You knew that block turn was going to be really far, had a gap in it. Caught him low. Oh, that's an interesting choice out of the air teleport. But Mars, not deterred from challenging. Gonna run punch again. Oh my god.
And abusing the 7-frame heavy.
And Mars is on match point. So that first round, Haltera really controlled the pace, but Mars just finds one of the hits that he needs and runs with it. Oh, wow. Okay. There was a gap in between there, in the pillar and the trap, where you can 2L it. That was amazing by Mars. Yeah, and Haltera trying to just play patient, take his hits little by little, here or there. Just small life advantage for Mars, but yeah. And this is one of the things you have to think about as Kags. Like, what do you do if the opponent is just going to stay away from you? Take that time to charge up some 5U, put up the trap. He's going to spend it. Nice EX rush punch. Great timing on that. We're going to spend the meter here.
Yeah, very good super. You can see the chunky damage at the end there.
Gonna pop that. Yeah, and now that Haltera has the life lead, he was gonna sit on it, but now has to hold the pressure with a great air-to-air from Mars.
I don't know about the decision to go in. Had a trap on the ground in front. Using the 5U to stay safe, but this could go any direction right now. There you go, putting a trap down. Oh, just too far to combo though. Plus frames. All right. Good patience here.
Big plus frames again, and yeah, runs in for the grab. Mars is gonna move on, and yeah, great stuff from Mars. He really navigated some of those traps really well. I saw really impressive stuff where he blocked the pillar, and it looked like he was gonna run into the trap, was gonna pull in the trap, but he was able to 2L, so great knowledge from Mars. So good stuff, but good stuff to how it's era, first time at SSSO. Really, really impressed. Especially with a new character, a 5-6 day-old character.
All right, so that's going to move us on to our other losers' quarters. It's going to be Marvin Pie and Last Call. Should be seeing another Cagliostro, most likely against Ladiva.
Yeah.
But we also did just see the Soris come out of Last Call a few minutes ago, so I'll see what his decision-making is like here.
Yeah, and we just saw Mars do a really good job in that matching of Cags, but no, it is going to be Ladiva. Yeah, we saw Last Call trying to navigate, trying to figure out against Hout's error the first round in this matchup. Let's see if he figured out some stuff from that set against Marvin Pie, who's shown some great stuff as well with Cags. Yeah, Marvin using a lot of that sweep from a fairy player, you know. It's going to feel right at home.
That's a pretty good sweep,
Whoa,
too.
caught him low.
Relatively disjointed box. It doesn't go as far as something like Fairy Sweep, but a lot of active frames and relatively hard to whiff punish.
Last Call, yeah, just waiting to EX Lariat. Now he has the corner. This is huge. Big regular grab.
Yeah,
Whoa,
there's no meter. You can see the struggle to get out of pressure as Cagliostro when there's no meter available, and Marvin never even really got a chance to use it. All right,
Okay, there it is.
This might be too far for animation. Yeah.
We're really on point with Skybound reversals, but yeah, has a tall task in front of him. How do you get the hit as Cags when the opponent is just gonna really turtle up? It's really the great game plan from Last Call to really do that. Could use the 5U to try and get in there. Yeah,
I like this from Marvin, right? Just pushing a little bit at a time. There's still 40 seconds.
Yeah, he has the 5U, and that's gonna be his way in. Here we go. Yeah, mistimed the spot dodge, and now he's getting close to the corner.
Yeah, he's basically like setting. Oh wow! It killed the trap, even though it didn't reach the bottom. It still got the trap on the ground. Interesting. I thought that was going to be a free punish. All right, got caught trying to jump out, not respecting the frames. That was a good delay. It was a good delay on the air normal to punish the SPD, but didn't get the timing when he landed for the combo. That's going to be game one.
Last Call. And you know, it's just one situation, one kind of scramble situation that just leads into a sweep that you weren't expecting, and then yeah, Last Call running the game, running the mix-up gambit, and we're going back to the room, and of course, Marvin, longtime fairy player. The character is still strong.
This is still a good situation for Last Call here, though, because if Marvin decides to change to fairy here and gets a favorable matchup against Ladiva, which that is still definitely going to be a favorable matchup, we've already seen that Pocket Sora's coming out of Last Call, and you know, it's, I think, almost everyone at this point. Mars was a very early proponent for it, even pre-patch, but I think Soris beats Fairy now pretty, you know, decidedly, right? I don't think anyone disagrees with that anymore. So if Last Call loses this match, he has a great counterpick opportunity available, and this is a 2 out of 3.
Yeah. But yeah, Last Call, no stranger to this match, especially in the previous match. I've had to play this a ton. And Marvin, you know, has really taken to the fairy changes really well. You know, using that dive kick more, using that less pushback on the normals to have better block strings, but this is still the same.
I do think a lot of the things that are new for Fairy that are good, though, aren't necessarily applicable to the Ladiva matchup, right? Like, the dive kick is very good because it's not punishable, but it's still minus, and you don't want to be negative in Ladiva's face.
Ladiva at all. Yeah, so still navigating this neutral really well.
Big counter hit. Oh, wow. If that was any closer, that would have been probably the end of the round already.
And yeah, great timing on the GG call. And now he's gonna hold that. Great meaty. You have to kind of guess on the meaty there. Oh, he tried to go for the jump.
I don't know if that was a reset or not.
Usually you get the jump loops off of that situation, so he just was a little bit too far. So using that sweep is still mad good.
Oh, but didn't use it there, and that's where I would have liked to see it.
Yeah.
If Godiva whiffs that sweep against Barry, you gotta collect that hard knockdown and reclaim your space. There's a big punish.
Oh, caught him with the 2M. Big jump away.
I like that jump back H, right? Relatively safe option for Fairy. It would take a very big brain call out from Godiva to make something happen against that. Marvin trying to get away.
Yeah, and great confirm. He's been on point with that 3-hit confirm is last call, and that's gonna put last call on match point.
And one of the few weaknesses in actual gameplay for Marvin traditionally has been that he'll get kind of antsy under pressure and try to jump out. And last call, you can see the crouching, right? That's how you know somebody tried to jump out of pressure, is when they get normal hit in a crouching state. Because if you're hit out of pre-jump in Granblue, you're forced into crouching. All right,
didn't crouch the EX Lariat. Oh, last call tried to sweep. Not quite.
Oh, GG didn't fire in time.
Yeah, I think he got mixed up with trying to negative edge the GG into like a sweep into the 214L. That's that, but caught the roll-in.
And another
caught him meaty again. Goes for jump blue. Okay, ran a little bit more this time. Wall bounce.
Nice combo. Very, very efficient. Good mix on the instant overhead. Nice conversions by Marvin, making the most of that install super. So now it's going to be decision time for last call, and he re-ups immediately. Yeah, we're seeing Godiva sticking this out. And, you know,
I mean, there had just been situation. He found the knockdown. He just didn't get the reads at the end.
Exactly. The round that he won was convincing, right? And he just has to string 2 of those together.
Oh, that using that dive kick, he's out, but not quite.
Okay, this is gonna be big. Goes for the reset, too.
Oh, man.
Knockdown. This round is looking very good for Seth here. And that's going to do it. An easy, fast, perfect. You saw that, right? It wasn't even a punish on the JU, actually. He just caught Marvin trying to walk away after the JU whiffed. And from there, he just steamrolled.
Marvin desperately trying to keep away with the 2 arms with the sweeps. And all you need is one situation. While it may not be on paper Godiva's favor, just that risk reward, getting one sweep, getting one jump in. Gonna hold this block string again. And I like the space that this puts Fairy, but
I like the use of the double 214L there to create more space, get more chip, and build more meter.
He missed some of those whip punish on the sweep, and those are critical because if you don't reflect that in this situation. And that's what happens when you're playing really tight, but big EXDP, not afraid.
Yeah, Marvin probably has to move out of the corner, and another missed punish.
Yeah.
Marvin, you can tell, kind of playing scared here, uncharacteristically missing some punishes.
Yeah, and not far enough for that, or not close enough for 5H to combo into EX Whip.
Big
found a sweep, big sweep, and he's gonna activate here for a mix-up. I like it.
And that was something I've actually talked to him about this several times. It was something we were trying to clean up in his play. He waited for GG to become active to lock Seth and block stun before he ran up, because if you move forward first, you open up the back of the screen to let them walk out. So nice patience by Marvin there.
Yeah, into 214M again. That's a great block string. Does chip, pushes Godiva back, and now Marvin's kind of cooking, finding his groove.
Ooh, and another. I mean, if you're Seth and you're getting away with it, and the risk reward is the counter hit or that, you know, I will keep letting it rip.
Yeah.
Both EXs are down though. Big clash. Nice reaction with the 2U.
Tried to hold up.
Gonna get the knockdown here.
Again. Other side. Reset.
And Marvin
reset
doing
again.
everything, trying to get away.
And
wow! One hit confirmed the jab into super, and last call gonna take it. And Marvin, you can see the scramble, just trying to find any space to get out of the corner.
Yo, stop. You gotta tell me, is that an actual confirm? Because that is ridiculous.
All right, and you know, some of that just came down to, you can see that the antsiness on Marvin's side, missed a lot of punishes, a little bit uncharacteristic. Some of that could be from spending a week grinding on a new character and not on Fairy. You know, a lot of moving parts in here. Great job by Seth cleaning it up, taking advantage when he had the opportunities. So it's going to move us to our winners finals. It's going to be T-Bola up against Kilo. You know, I'm not sure if these two have like the weeks that they've won, I'm not sure if they've run into each other.
It's been weird. I was gonna say, like, this is the first time you've seen like most of the SSSO champions, like Kilo, Tibola, Marvin, myself, like they're all in this bracket, and the only one we're missing is like Redbin. But like they've been like ducking each other. The weeks they won is like
So you'll see,
even though they're both.
You'll see the results that, when they come up here. There have been a lot of times that they played, but the results that I keep for these stats are historical since I started SSSO, and that includes when this was on PS4, and most of these matches are from before we moved to PC back early Season 1.
And I think these two players at the beginning of when we started this was pretty strong, but to see them develop and really, really like optimize their play and their play style has been really fun to see. And in this match, this match is not bad for Gran, of course, but Bell, great weight from Tibola. Oh, sweeping under. I like that knowledge from Kilo. Trying to start up that 5U.
What a challenge on the M thrust. And that's we talk about the awareness from Kilo. You have to counter hit M thrust and you have to punish L thrust. I'm used to calling every 214 a thrust. But the 214 M, you have to stuff on the way out, but you have to punish the 214 L. And Kilo recognized it the first attempt and 5L'd it. Still, though, Tibola getting the best of the situation here, though. Has a good life lead, has the corner, and baits out the spot dodge. Gonna get the spin-a-rooney punish.
And that's one of the big things. Like, Kilo had a lot of that awareness. That takes a lot of mental tax, though. And then Tibola is just like insistent. I'm like, I'm just gonna get in again.
I mean, these are two characters that arguably have the most plus frames in the game, right? When they get you pinned down, they get to take more turns than most characters without some sort of invuln challenge. Great anti-air on the JU mix-up. Big damage. And he built the super. God damn, Gran.
Ow. Really optimizing that 2H anti-air, and I like that a lot. Just walk forward, 5M, gonna trade with the fireball. Kilo. Yeah, that was the first jump in that Kilo had to face, and he waited for that jump U. What a read on that already. I like that block string from Tibola. Pushes back, and wow, what a roll through with that fireball. Yo, using the far 5L, really putting in that work to stuff a lot of Bell stuff, but great confirmed, great awareness from Tibola. Still got a hard knockdown, even though only the first hit of the EX DP hit. Hard knockdown from the EX Fireball, or EX Command Grab, excuse me. Big weight.
Ooh, I don't know if that was on purpose, but still able to clean it up. Game 1 going to Tibola. Keep in mind, this is mislabeled actually up top. Let me fix that. This is our winners finals, not our winners semis. It is a 3 out of 5 set, so a lot of time to adjust back and forth for these two.
Great whiff punish, walking back after that 5H. It's one of the best whiff punisher moves in the game. Oh my god. Big jump in from Kilo. Yeah, meaty 5U, been working wonders. Or jump U, excuse me. Oh yeah?
I'm amazed that punish. There's only 9 recovery frames in that 2M. That's actually a very tight punish with a super. Most skybounds and super skybounds are relatively slow in this game.
Pinwheel.
Ooh, that was maybe the wrong button, or he missed his
that happens a lot
pullback?
when you try the medium DP. That happens so often. You get the medium fireball. It happens so often.
They made that change actually so that fireball does take priority over DP, so you don't get DPs when you don't want them, because for most characters that's preferable, but not universal.
Okay. Kilo's doing a good job of answering, but man, he leaves him close and...
I think he crossed up a 2M challenge. A little too high to get the combo on EX boot. That was expensive for Kilo, but still has the corner, has the frames. There's a whiff 2H, big punish. What's he going to spend here? Auto combo into air reset.
Wow, he had time. Yeah, he's just getting mixed by Jump U at this point. It's hard. He's consistently had to deal with Jump U, and he's punished it more often than other people have. I'll say that. But you're still gonna have to put a lot of pressure on every time Belial jumps.
And it's somewhat hard with Gran's DP. Wow. Gran's forward-moving DP might go under the JU and whiff, so you can't just see it in DP. There's a danger there as well.
Yeah, T-Ball's using that pinwheel really, really well in neutral as well. Instead of just using the fireball, he's gonna use pinwheel a lot more.
Kilo getting in trouble with these spot dodges, and again, and T-Bola just sort of collecting his damage. Wow!
Okay.
A whiff, an air with punish? Okay.
And that sucks, because medium boot didn't knock down anymore, and T-Bola just challenged afterwards.
Yeah, there's now spacings where on hit, boot does not leave you at the best advantage.
And you know, T-Bola plays, like, when he plays Bubs, it's so, like, you know, clean, calculated, and not that this isn't clean, but he is so, I'd say, disrespectful. He does not care if he gets punished. He'll keep going in, same mix-up.
I mean, T-Bola's a practical player. Why play a character that has every tool and great versions of them if you're not going to abuse them, right? You're just wasting what's there. Great confirm, 2M on counter hit into 5M from a mile away.
What a challenge. Yeah, just abusing jump U at this point. It's hard. Oh my god, the reset!
Into the command grab, T-Bola, please. And the safe jump.
Safe jump. What a winner's finals for T-Bola.
3-0.
Validation.
Wow, good stuff to T-Bola. Kilo, of course, not out of it. Going to be moving down to the losers finals, where he's going to face the winners of our next match. Going to be Mars coming up against Last Call. Going to move back to a 2 out of 3 format for one match here.
Yeah, and this will be a fun one. You'll probably see Last Call go to La Diva. I don't think you want to Sori's mirror.
Yeah,
one of
probably
the better stories that I know of. Like,
yeah, I don't think you're gonna want to fight off in that mirror against a character specialist who's definitely gonna have like an abundance of knowledge of how the character works. So this will be a 2 out of 3 set. The winner of this is gonna move on to face Kilo. Of course, if you like what you're seeing out of our players here, hit us up on the Matcherino, matcherino.com/t/SSSO 102420 GBVS. You can see a pretty healthy pot going here for our players. You can also support the tournament directly, teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. And hit us up on social at the Waifu Dome, myself at BG Callisto. You can see the YouTube as well to catch up with the archives of previous events. And of course, there's Novus Knockouts on Thursdays. Follow Jam Kisuke and Amadeus46art on Twitter. It's beginner Guilty Gear tournaments. Great time to enter in before Strive comes out in April. Plenty of time to learn Legacy Guilty Gear. And the Midwest is full of great coaches. And we're into our loser semis. Last call.
Yeah, not to mention, Mars does have a pocket La Diva, so he's familiar with the on both sides.
Yeah, both of these two play both of their characters.
Oh, okay. Caught him out there. Wow, big field goal kick. Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy punish. Tons of frames. Still, though, I like that out of Last Call, right? You can't be deterred from using one of your most important tools. At least make them show that they'll do it every single time, right?
And then get to that next level of the mind game. Big EX Lariat. Oh.
Yep, scoop the 5U.
Oh, right. Big bat.
Plenty of damage on deck.
Yeah. I mean, life of a grappler player, you have to make hard reads, and it can be hard on one side. You'd be like, oh, I have to guess on 50-50s, but you have to realize that the grappler player also has to guess.
I really like that punish out of Mars, too, that he didn't go for an install or anything. He just went for a very simple combo. Auto combo into super. All right. Last Call slowly working towards the corner. Mars trying to find some space. Good use of the medium SPD, reaches very far. Able to catch that 5U. And now it's time for the coin flips. Regular grab. Caught him trying to jump out.
That regular grab is so, like, catches everybody off guard, like, the situation afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, big...
It's actually one of the coolest normal throws I've seen in a game in a long time, but the throw risk-reward is just so skewed towards getting punished that it sometimes, if you're going to take that risk, you want to go for the SPD.
Oh, big damage.
Yeah, not... This is going to be close. I think this is dead.
I'm not saying anything. Yo,
yeah, it was enough.
Bump.
There was a lot of scaling on that combo, but again, an extra 1,000 base damage added to that attack can make the difference of closing out in those tight situations.
Hey, great. That was a great comeback from Mars in that round. He was getting mixed a lot in that round, but like I said, Mars is really explosive. He can wait out situations and just find the right hit.
And last call's Oki has mostly been pretty on point. A lot of good reads on the command grabs, but there's just that risk of being wrong.
Yo, the 5U reads from Mars have been immaculate right now.
And the thing with the 5U,
yeah, like right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing with the 5U is it specifically forces the Godiva player to take more risk with command grab rather than using, as a more reserved tool like they normally would. Plus frames, more plus frames. Yeah, gonna back out. I think the EX punch rush isn't actually plus; it's just effectively plus because of where it leaves you. Like, you'll get smoked if you push after it. Big challenge. Yeah, that JL was blocked. What? The double jump.
Wow, he is jumping and it's working out a lot for Mars. Wow, wow, wow. Okay.
I really love that, actually. It didn't work out, but there's very little recovery on whiff on the EX up kick. And the wake up 5L. Caught the late meaty. Yeah, I like that option, though, because the 5U is going to catch any button that's pressed late to try to whiff punish. Keep in mind, loser semis is a 2 out of 3, so Mars now on match point. Backing out. Oh, no punish. Nice counter hit confirmed. Backing off again. I really like this backdash into rush punch pressure.
Okay. I mean, we've seen this as a start from last call.
And another one.
Yeah. And I like how he got the turret for the SPD.
Yeah, he only did one, which left +2, and Mars tried to challenge. You saw the 2L come out and get scooped. Last call, running the Oki. -2.
Wow.
Yeah, reclaimed the turn with the Skybound.
And yeah, that's one of those things as a grappler player is like, once you get those reads rolling, you need one of those rounds to be like, okay, sometimes you doubt yourself in your reads, but I like how last call was not deterred from what he does. Yeah.
And
Mars, keep trying that.
Not deterred on the hard reads, right? Still calling out the command grabs. Plus frames. Backing off.
But that 5U has been a monster.
That was just a little bit late. That sweep can punish that, but again, there's so little recovery on the 236H that you just have to be prepared to punish instantly.
Okay.
Right, guard break. Caught him trying
Situation.
to lead. And the super right back at you.
Wow.
After Mars lost the first round of that game to getting a claim, to getting a turn stolen, ended up taking one of his own, dialing out the super on -2, finds the kill hit, and going to be moving on the loser's side. GG's to both.
Yeah. Outside of the Oki, Mars was really running the pace with that 5U. He had really the right reads on a lot of those mind games, and then even in the Oki, he was challenging in the right places and jumping in the right SPDs a lot. And yeah, that's tough for a grappler player because Mars is of that mindset. He can really roll that dice on defense as well, and so really good stuff from Mars.
And T-Bola sitting in the winner's side of Grand Finals, waiting for the winner of our next match. A match I think we all kind of wanted to see, right? Kilo against Mars, getting the run back. The run back of the run back, they did have an earlier match in winner's side that Kilo won. But these two put on a really good show last week in 2 different sets. 3 different sets if you count on the reset of Grand Finals. So we're going to have another 3 out of 5 on deck. Gran against Soris.
Yeah, and you saw like Kilo went off to a really great start, and then Mars was kind of coming back, and that's how their sets were. And when you see it in a 3 out of 5 is probably where you're going to see it at its best.
Yeah,
it's Kilo in the first two.
A lot of last week was Kilo getting out to an early lead, and then Mars coming back later in the 3-game sets. So,
right, losers finals 3 out of 5. Who's going to go on to get T-Bola in Grand Finals? Let's get it. Yeah, charging that 5U again, that's a staple of this match at this point for Kilo. Just charging that 5U. Wow, boot.
All right, I got a boot too. Okay. Waits out the DP. Little too far to get the full combo, but still has the corner, has the knockdown. That's going to be a punish.
Mars playing a lot more active. He started off really passive, but...
Oh no. Wow, great pickup on the air hit. That wasn't even a counter hit. What a confirm by Mars.
Yeah, and some weeks I see him go for that and he just misses out. He finally got that full confirm, and that was beautiful.
Empty
An empty jump.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for Kilo to try to anti-air with a DP against a character that has no dive kick.
Yeah, I think he realized he was a little late and still tried to anti-air, but that put Mars in a great position to get this small life lead, but...
Yeah, it's kind of important, right? If you're going to do a late DP to anti-air, you have to spend that EX. Non-EX DPs, once they're past the first startup frame, they don't air unblockable. They'll just get air blocked. Ooh. Nice counter hit confirmed. Should even up the round count. Bunch of damage on this super. There it is.
Just so controlling with 2M, it's gonna combo into some big damage on counter hit, especially near the corner. Okay, running up this time. Kilo doesn't want to be put in the corner, so he's being a little more active, taking space. Yeah.
That's one of the changes for Gran in this season, right? You sort of have to rethink your boot spacing. You have to be a little further out to get the right hits, but that means you're a little bit more likely to whiff because you got to keep it further away. What a whiff punish, though. 5H. Nice call out on the grab.
Okay, and we're going to spend 1 EX.
Try to walk forward and grab. And this is what I was talking about, the challenge. I'm not going to sit here and do like a poor Gran, because Gran's in very good shape. But as a Shoto, losing that EX Fireball knockdown means that you have to move forward into a sweep or a grab to get a hard knockdown to get out of the corner, and it's a big difference. Whew, okay. Air footsies.
Okay, that 5U. Oh, that should be just out of range.
All right, takes a soft knockdown. Ooh, oh, wow, if that was any higher, if Mars would have gotten slightly higher on the jump, that would have been a full combo. Nice 2M challenge. I really like that out of Kilo, seeing that, like, Mars was going to be a bit more respectful because it'd be a bad time to get knocked down by a DP, and he just called it out with the 2M. Nice spot touch. Timer's going to be down for a bit. There's another timer down. Not very much available for tools here.
Big.
Wow.
I guess he didn't want to use the EX Fireball, but he used it there.
I think maybe he would have gone. He might have gone for boot and just not had it back yet.
Yeah, he did not have it back, so that was probably it. But Sori's living on a pixel. Good 2H.
And that's what I was talking about. The good change there with the 2H against a character who can't change his jump arc and who has quality air normals. You just gotta stand your ground and 2H him. Big sweep! Wow.
Nicely done. Holding that 5U just enough time to get that punish on that normal.
Okay,
Nice.
there's a good reaction. And a good counter hit confirmed. Doesn't spend anything. Now he has all of his EXs near the corner. If he gets a touch here, Stories is gone. Nice spot touch. That's going to be this game. 1-1.
In this set in particular, that's the first time he saw that spot dodge, because that's what he showed last week at first, and then Mars adapted to holding it and then punishing the spot dodge. It's the first time we saw the spot dodge, so we're back to like that square one of the mind games. Like, I'm gonna spot dodge the 5E. So interesting mind game going on against that 5U once again. Great challenge. Mars has been on point with challenges with normals today. Yeah, that spot dodge again, and he neutral jumped instead. What a punish from Mars. Nice, punished the roll, but didn't quite have the specials available they needed. Pressure, gonna use EX to continue it.
Oh, there.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, that's the back and forth we were talking about.
Good. It's so good. Every time he puts a 5, you take a notice to what's happening, because they are going back and forth with that. Yeah, he held it this time. DP, that's important for Kilo to establish once again that he will be able to DP or sweep the rush punches. Oh, what a jump! Puts himself in the corner.
Yeah, ran up for the air grab. I would have liked to see him just punish. The run under, though, found the 2L. Kilo playing at a really fast speed right now. Wow, that, oh my goodness, that has to be a counter hit. Crouching confirmed. 2M into the strike part of 5U for a soft knockdown.
Yeah. Graham.
That's new to me.
Okay, charging that 5U. It's been a while since he charged 5U up to a reasonable amount, so he's gonna use that as a threat. Has it all stocked up.
And I like that
purple
option because that gives him a one-button reaction to Rush Punch now.
Yeah.
Gonna spend it there as
Or
an anti-air.
Cover so much space when it's charged up.
Nice punish on the armor. Didn't believe in it enough to dial something out. Alright, Rush Punch is down.
That's huge, but Kilo, gonna take the time to try and jump, but...
Speaking about trying to jump, got caught trying to jump out after the 5U.
Okay. Gonna hold it.
No.
Wow, there's that mind game.
No, he's dead.
That's the mind game between that 5U as well. It's the first time he really let it rip, and... oh, man. The mind games between these two characters when they're charging their 5U, both of these characters. It's so much fun to watch right now. Great jumping, you the right normal to combo after it. Kilo being a little bit more proactive with these DPs now. Great challenge from Mars, but yeah, the DPs are coming out now. Kilo is moving and grooving now. Okay, big bet. He's gonna back throw. I like it. Positioning. No, you can't do an unsafe block string against Kilo. And the meaty 2M, I didn't think he realized it was gonna combo, but the chip damage is gonna put Kilo on match point once again. But we see Mars come back from this.
Yeah, right now the Kilo snowball has definitely been pushed down the hill. You can see the momentum for the last 3 rounds have just been continually growing.
And the change-up is that he's really using this 5U a lot more again now.
Yeah, sometimes when the opponent has a busted 5U, the best way to combat that is having your own busted 5U. Spends it. Oh! Whip on the boot. A little too far for the counter hit, confirm. Ran back into cleans and frames. That's going to be a punish, though.
Big punish, and Mars is kind of folding at the seams now, but still had a lot of life to make
that could have been punishable. Mars didn't believe in the 5L afterwards. That 5U is safe-ish. It is -5. So if you block it point blank like that, did he buy? Nice spot dodge.
Empty cancel from Mars.
Yo, this is like a 5.5 punish. What a punish.
It's enough.
Single hit into Super Skybound. That was a perfect heads-up punish.
And that was a perfect play. Empty jumped, or empty canceled the 2M. Didn't cancel into anything, and Kilo's been antsy trying to look for that punish, big 5U. Alright, DP, he has not been afraid to wake up DP. Kilo just being a little bit more proactive, but EA's field goal kick don't stop that right in his tracks.
Nice whip punish with the sweep. 5U though, gonna return the favor.
How the 5U, what a punish!
Oh, a little too far to grab. Mars not ready for the full punish. Nice whip punish though.
Nice whip punish! Yo, we're going to a game 5. I told you Mars finds a way in that set. It was looking bleak when Kilo was on match point. But that empty cancel, not canceling that 2M into anything.
Alright, we got a 2-2 set here. After last week,
let's go these two. Oh!
Looks like Kilo thinking on the re-up here. There it is.
Believe in victory.
All right.
1. Engage.
Last game. Game 5. Oh wow! He spot dodged again, and now he's running his game.
Yo, the Blaze Blue mix-up with grab in your face, push a button, finds the counter hit, tried to reset into the grab.
And this is Kilo just imposing his will now. And how match point to get Kilo, but Mars fought this off like last game.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a final round here. Charging 5U.
both charging 5U. But a little bit more important for Kilo to charge his up. But
That's a
Mars
big
has
corner
the
knockdown. I like the way Mars is playing this. Rush Punch was down, so he was just not overextending still. Does get pushed back. Oh, a little too far. That would have been a counter hit, too. That would have been a hard knockdown into the corner.
Okay, he let it rip, and that's part of the mind game, but that means he lost his charge, and now Mars has the time to go in, but yeah, big sweep. It's going to switch positions. This is huge.
Yeah, great use of the super jump. Hella meaty 5U.
Hella meaty 5U. He has to hold a lot of this thing. Big sweep again. We saw that sweep come out at the time he needed it, and that was the right time.
All right, Mars, that was actually kind of important. He's in this install mode, but he didn't have any defensive stocks from 5U absorb, so the defensive modifier was not that good. Ooh, this should reach now? Oh yeah, new buff
And that was
super.
such a heads-up play to catch the jump. EX field goal kit because it does so much damage at that. Oh my god, what a call-up!
Battle 3. Engage.
Last escape, last round between these two. I wouldn't have it any other way. 2M.
All right,
Big.
yeah, hard
big.
knockdown. Gonna get plus frames here. Big back throw for the positioning switch. The shimmy, ouch. And he spends all the EXs for the hard knockdown, which is fine. Next
Hard
hit
knockdown.
will give him super. What a
2M,
confirm.
that's gonna be it. You know Mars wanted to have a big button out there, maybe a sweep, and Kilo always finds a way, even at the last round between these two. But once again, these two put on some Granblue that I love to see every time.
GG's to both players. Another good set, 2 weeks in a row.
It's tough. That's like Mars is so close to toppling that hill. He's so close every time. You see the adjustments he made. He's playing really well, but man, Kilo, when he wants to turn on a round, sometimes he just imposes as well. And so that set between these two is so much fun to watch. I'm so glad we get to see long sets of it every time.
And we also are going to get to see Grand Finals. Going to be T-Bola in the winner's side coming up against Kilo on the loser's side. Kilo certainly has made plenty of runs out of the loser's side of the bracket in previous SSSOs. Only been held off a couple of times. Once by Kizzer, once by Marvin Pie that I can remember. Traditionally been able to run back all 6 games, so we'll see how this goes for him.
Yeah, but yeah, losers bracket Kilo is something to behold, especially when it's Saturday afternoon at SSSO and you're not playing PS4. There's a chance, but man, winners finals, you just saw T-Bola run his game. And before we start this, I want to shout out, yo, the match Reno over $100. Let's go, yo.
Yeah, of course, anything over $50 for SSO, we do pay out top 3 rather than just winner takes all. So all of top 3, thanking the support. Here we go, Grand Finals. First hit,
Great
going to T-Bola.
air. Okay, yeah. Kilo already doesn't want to hold the pressure in the corner. Gonna send some plus frames, and yeah,
And
T-Bola
we've
is
seen-
so good.
Yeah, we've seen T-Bola lean on this EX command grab, right? Like, he's very aggressive with it, and for good reason. I mean, the risk reward isn't too crazy unless there's a forward jump out of the corner.
Oh, not close enough for that EX Fireball to get a combo after that. But T-Bola has a strong life lead. Just gonna use 5 H's to get out of the corner, basically. Because that's the mix-up afterwards, you know? You're not punishable, but you're minus, and so Kilo's a little bit hesitant to challenge because the DP might come out. Okay, and Fireball, that's a great tool for Grand.
I wish the DP, but safe. Put in the corner, though. Now he's going to have to hold this pressure. There's the sweep. Finds the counter hit.
Fusion just decides to use the 5H, didn't want to use the EXDP.
I like that because the sweep caught an airborne hit, so combo limit was going to be a little weird. And there's a good challenge. Saw the command grab.
The 5U and that the jump U.
Oh, no.
Last set. Oh, too far.
Yeah,
Something from Belio actually didn't combo? What's going on?
I've literally never seen a belly hook combo not work. That was weird.
Huh. You see something new every day.
Kilo taking full advantage of the whiff with the big damage, but the spot dodge. No bite from T-Bola. Spot dodge back at him.
T-Bola moving around, snaking around. Doesn't want to get chipped. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had
Great
no
move.
health. Had to try to spot dodge something to make it happen.
Yeah, running out. Big jumping. Yeah, that time he didn't jump you, so been tough for Kilo to try and enter this character. It is tough for anybody to enter this character.
Nice big challenge on the empty jump command grab. Something else I want to point out about that Belial command grab. Normally command grabs are not the same as throws where you can overhead counter hit them. They don't have that counter hit state. But command throws like Belial's where they move forward can be counter hit before the throw becomes active. So if you overhead on reaction, you can get the full counter hit overhead.
Yeah, it definitely be counter hit. But speaking of counter hit, T-Bola found a counter hit overhead of his own to close out that first game. And you know, even when T-Bola is in a bad position in the corner, he's really abused that jump U. He's gotten out of the corner every time by just jumping out because he has to try and anti-air jump U early.
Wow, great punish. The 5H reaches the grants. Oh no. What's he going to spend here? Going to build the super? Oh, he's just going to take the reset. Didn't spend
He
the EX
caught
fireball.
the neutral jump. And he's so good at catching neutral jump, that's why he sets up the EX command grab. Because if you neutral jump against T-Bola, he will kill you.
I think in general, if you're going to jump on a grab read, you have to forward jump, especially as a Shoto with their JU cross-ups.
This is looking bad in a hurry. Didn't quite get that confirmed.
Yeah.
But, man, he's still close to the corner. Yeah, big bet. It went for the overhead. Okay.
Oh, once a Bubs player, always a Bubs player. Auto combo into overhead is just built into your hands at this point.
Not quite dead, but such a strong position from T-Bola.
All right, 6K on the board. Kilo not out of this round just yet. Gonna have all his timers available.
The wild part is that T-Bola delayed that throw. So he also delayed overhead.
And he
Oh, he caught
oh, no!
Well, that's big chip. But he doesn't have the fireball, so Gran is
Yeah, trying
safe
to
for
get that info in 5. You stocked and thought he would run forward.
T-Bola up 2-0. And yeah, I mean, the power of this character, but T-Bola is abusing every part of it really, really well. It's like the perfect textbook way.
Wow. Wow,
But speaking of-
wows. What a confirm. 50% off the bat, off of run forward anti-air.
Oh, wow. He's the road to try and get over. Kilo wasn't ready.
Oh, tried to meet him in the air, but no button out of T-Bola, so it whiffed and he caught a punish.
Oh, and I like the sweep setup that T-Bola goes for most of the time after that 2-1-4H. Really puts him in a great setup afterwards.
Yeah,
The
it also catch jump outs, I believe.
Yeah, after that strong start from Kilo, just a reverse of fortune in the corner, and yeah, T-Bola's pressure with this character. I mean, the character has good pressure, but the way he's confirming off it, the way the frame traps he's doing is just immaculate right now.
Battle 2.
You can see, I mean, he's essentially running the grand game plan, just, you know, better and faster.
I mean, he can get to the grand game plan because every time he jump use a mix-up. Sweep. Gonna get it, squeeze out an extra damage that's optimized. Yep, the bubs.
All right.
Okay.
No! Push the button. He pushes normal too early and didn't get the punish. There's a lot of blocks done on those DPs. You gotta wait a bit.
And using that 5-8. Okay, big back though. Kilo needs this. And he ran through.
No, you can't dodge that. Yeah.
That twice.
You can't dodge regular Skybound coming out of Belial because the second hit will punish it. You gotta DP it. Or you can roll it and punish on the other side. Big risk by T-Bola, but he got away with it, and he's going to take it 3-0 out of the winner's side. Congratulations to him.
And, you know, Belial Nation. Like we said, Arcarivo Midwest champion did it without Belial, fended off the Belials, and he's like, you know what? He tried Belial out at that launch when Belial came out, and it's just like, yeah, he's like, this character's amazing. And of course, he's gonna go to it now. Now that he's defended against Belial, join. If you can't beat him, even though he did, you join him. So even if you beat him, you still join him. So shout out.
Yeah, now you're like, okay, well, I like the strategy, right? Prove you don't need the character to win, and then change the character and win more. It's a good practice. So good stuff to T-Bola. Shout outs to him. We talked about Kilo getting the training weights taken off back to PC, but T-Bola also primarily a PC player. Of course, we do run this event on PC version every week. So shout outs to the players coming through to join us. We had a few new ones this week. I hope they come back, and I hope more of you in the Midwest hit us up. We're here every Saturday, 1 p.m. Free to enter for the Midwest region. Of course, if you like what you saw out of our players, support them over at the Matcherino. Matcherino.com/T/SSSO 102420 GBVS. We might still have some of those coupon codes that you see there usable to throw 50 cents into the pot for free. You can also support the tournament directly at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome, or you can hit us up on social. Myself here at BG Callisto, the Waifu Dome on Twitter, the Sagittarius King on YouTube. If you like what you see, you can also support me directly. Hit a sub on the channel. I run this tournament, I run the stream, do a whole lot else going on here in the FGC for the Midwest. So shout out to everyone who entered and tuned in. Of course, thanks to my buddy Zach in a Box for helping me hold it down for another week.
Of course. So this was a fun bracket, and yeah, there's of course, if you're sitting at home still wanting to watch Granblue, I know Northeast Arc Revo is gonna be happening. Lots of Granblue action still available today. But yeah, glad y'all joined us for this.
Yeah, BB Tag going on right now over on the Arx's channel. After I hit this exit, I'm gonna send you guys over there. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope to catch you next week.
Peace, y'all.